Well, hello, babes. Hello, my dear sweet horties. Welcome in. Also, thank you. Holy shit. Before we even started stream, we got donations. Thank you so much, XLR. Hello. For the gifted tier 1 sub. Genociding the white names. Hell yeah. And another $10 for hashtag save the Luxander. True. Listen, the stress is getting real. The stress of living in this horrendous place. Like, we have yet more Kansas news today. I didn't put it in the title because it didn't seem like the most pressing thing, but it's just more progress being made on enforcing the new law that just went into effect. So things are getting fucking real. But hello to the YouTube chat. There's Roman, there's Paul Hack, and there's Milan. Welcome in. Yes, what's up, trans girl? Jade, I hope you enjoy your sub. Enjoy your dicks, y'all. Enjoy your dicks. Also, hello, Gayfesh. There's Baphomet, who is not going to be here for long, I think they said earlier. It said earlier. I hate living in the South. Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare. What's up, Cans and Capybara? Enjoying the dicks. Yeah. I've been thinking about phalloplasty a lot lately. Which, like, you would think, of course, Luxander, when are you not thinking about phalloplasty? But truly, sometimes I don't think about it that much. And other times I think about it more. I feel like it's been a month or two since we had a good dick-related chat on the channel. As someone who's in the South, I'm trying my best to get out. Yeah, truly, yeah. I'm about to get my passport situation figured out. Shellbell, thank you for the tier 1 sub gifted to Junebug. I appreciate that. Kansas is getting goddamn goofy. Yeah, like, what, girl, what's your problem? Why? Like, why did y'all pass this stupid law in the first place? And then why are you going so hard on enforcing it in this, like, very particular interpretation? Bottom surgery is always a big back and forth on how gur I am about it. Yeah, like, I generally don't think of myself as being someone who has bottom dysphoria. And it's, like, weird, because I don't have any issue with anything that I have presently, but the absence of the dick that I want is kind of, like, an issue sometimes. But, yeah. Thank you for the compliments on the top, y'all. It's a cute... I think this is supposed to be, like, a swimsuit cover, but I'm just wearing it with a little sports bra. Oh, my God. So cute. Wow. And I cut my hair. You see? I shaved my head. So now I have a shaved head. And that feels nice. It's good to have a shaved head. Anyway, also, what's up, Nutois? Oh, yeah, let me add that to the thingy. So now it's at... Or did I just add it? What is wrong with me? Yeah, I added it to the thing. So now it's 20. Okay, good. But aided furball, I think, are you joking, aided furball? Because that's the actual goal for me. That's the actual goal. Y'all can come to California, live near me, we'll start a commune. I mean, I feel like there's gonna be, like, several sort of concentrated locations, right? Like, we've got Washington, like, Seattle area. There's Portland. There's, like, various places in California. There's the not the Great Lakes, the Twin Cities in Minnesota. Oh my gosh, my head hurts. The Twisters were bad enough, and now it's even worse. Please, all my Jayhawker friends, stay safe. Yeah, for sure. Have you been to Niagara? Have I been to Niagara Falls? No, I've never been to New York. Could be fun, though. Well, yeah, I saw, but, like, I didn't know, Aided Furball, whether you knew the lore on this channel of, like, that's the eventual bottom surgery goal for me. Problem with California is the distinct possibility of it becoming uninhabitable thanks to climate change. I saw a graph, like you know, what the weather graphs, right, with the colors? It was kind of like that, except it was, like, habitable temperature ranges, and, like, places that are really far north in Canada are going to become habitable, like, that they're currently not really, and then gradually, like, even where I live in Kansas, it's going to become uninhabitable in, like, at a 40 years or whatever the time scale was. I'm not sure how long it was taking there. Just the San Andreas fault going and the whole state falling into the Pacific. We salute you. What's going to happen, like, to all the liberals if California goes away? Like, where are y'all going to move to? Kansas is nearly uninhabitable already. The one thing, Cans and Capybara, that I will say about living in Kansas, first of all, hit like on the stream, because we're hanging out. We will talk about murders later in, like, 45 minutes. But right now, we're going to chill. But the one thing that's good about Kansas is that we have air conditioning, like central air conditioning, in most of the habitable buildings. So that's the good thing about living here. You move to Seattle, and guess what? The buildings do not have Air conditioning built in for the most part. So yeah, have fun. If the state goes underwater, they will just sell their homes and move. Yeah, exactly. Aquaman is out here buying up all the real estate. Absolutely. Okay, I gotta drink some water. I've become a person who has a giant jug of water. That's who I am now. It's so easy to drink huge amounts of water if you have a 64-ounce thing of water. It makes it much easier to drink a shit ton of it. Looking very hunty and very slay. Oh my god. So work. Looking very work today. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess I'm feeling pretty cute. Mostly it's just really warm. And so I'm wearing a shirt that has a lot of holes in it so that I can not be hot. My max water bottle is 32 ounce. Anything more is just too much for me. The thing that I like about my water bottle is that it's huge, and that means that while I'm walking around with it, it also would be a blunt weapon. Like, so if I'm exercising, people know not to talk to me. Being hot in an attempt to not be hot. I can't sing right now, apparently. Just learned that. Have not been trying to sing today. It never makes me not laugh. Are you imitating every 2000s gay guy? I don't really have something specific that I'm trying to emulate there. Just, I guess it's ContraPoints. Like, I guess I'm mimicking Natalie a little bit. I don't know. I'm more the kind of, like, a bottle of wine as a blunt weapon person. True. Anyway. We enjoy being a little bit silly sometimes. Holy shit, it is fully, like, 100 degrees today in the Midwest. So, salute, you know, God bless America. I have a nice red burgundy wine. Nice. I have vodka, and I have been drinking martinis a little bit, but I don't have one right now. Part of what we're working on is a little bit of self-control in terms of being able to have alcohol in the house and not drink it. So, like, occasionally we have days where we know that there's vodka and vermouth and olives, but we're not making martinis, you know? So, that's just one of the journeys that I'm on. It's quite challenging, yeah. But the great thing is that alcohol makes me feel like shit. And if I can just keep that in my brain, then I will feel much better. I find I like gin and I self-limit on it better. It doesn't matter what the thing is for me. Like, it just doesn't matter what the thing is. I would eat the whole jar of olives before they made it into the drinks. Olives are delicious. However, I cannot eat that many of them. Like, the kind of olives that I get are good, but there's like, the flavor, once you start to eat like 15 of them, it's not great. Self-limiting is not an option for me. Yes. Hello, Uncomfortable. You've made it. I discovered that I like red olives. Do you mean like Kalamata olives? Like the purpley red ones? I stopped drinking a long time ago because I don't hangover well. Right. I just feel like garbage every time. So part of my journey into becoming a fucking responsible adult is that I don't want to drink alcohol all the time. And I also think that my skin looks better. Also, listen, I am just becoming, here's all the things that are happening now that did not used to be happening, just for your frame of reference. Hit like really quick. I would love it if we could get a lot of people hanging out during the hangout part of the stream. So hit like now, and then we'll talk about serious stuff in like 40 minutes or whatever. Here's all the things that are happening right now. I wake up in the morning early, like early-ish, I guess at like 7:30 or 8. I either do yoga in the morning or I go for an hour-long walk, a little bit less than an hour-long walk, because the goal is cardio. Allegedly, you're supposed to do 150 minutes of like moderate cardio, which means like a brisk walk for like 150 minutes over the total course of the week, okay? Or you can do like 75 minutes of like higher intensity cardio, like jogging, and you can do that for half as long over the course of a week. So the goal is 3 times a week I go for a walk, right? I wash my face in the morning. I wash my face at night a lot of the time. I'm moisturizing in the day and the night. I've started using sunblock more regularly. Showering is on a schedule now. I'm brushing my teeth way more often than I used to. And I'm going to the gym again because I switched off of going to the gym and now I'm like cycling back into it. So yeah, and like I'm doing a much better job at like making sure to eat healthful options. Like, who is this person? I guess this is what happens when you treat your ADHD. Like, this is, okay, you ever see that meme? You see that meme that goes around that's like, yeah, God had to give me like ADHD and autism to nerf me because otherwise I would be too powerful. This is what happens when you unlock the potential. Like, this is what occurs when you take the medicine that makes you feel better. It is like suddenly you've unlocked all the capabilities. And the one thing that is, I'm kind of like slacking on playing my piano a little bit right now. It's the one thing that I'm not really doing because I've just like switched hardcore into this like fitness mode, I guess. But I'm hoping to just get more stuff like scheduled and like regimented, like, okay, at this time I'm gonna do this. I've been getting way more editing done as well, which helps because like I'm doing like a body doubling time with my siblings. So they work on schoolwork for 2 hours while I work on editing for those 2 hours. And it's like, I'm getting way more shit done than usual. It's incredible. Autism superpowers are real. Shh, don't tell Vosh. He knows. Vosh makes so much money. I think that he knows all about the superpowers. He has one. He is doing it. He is making so much money being retarded online. And he knows that. Oh my goodness. For real, the Adderall shortage has had me without meds for a couple weeks now, and I'm just much worse at life. Yeah, I'm supposed to take Ritalin twice a day, but I only take it usually once a day. Sometimes I take it twice, but usually only once, so I end up with a lot of extra. So when I go to fill my prescription, and then they don't have it, which happens sometimes, I'm like, okay, well, it's fine that you're not going to have it for another week, because I have some still, so don't worry about it. Good thing I didn't need them today. Yeah. My psychiatrist does not even want to put me on Ritalin, and Adderall is just illegal here. Yo, Ritalin is amazing. It regulates your dopamine, and like that's the thing that makes the biggest difference. You actually get the reward chemicals for doing the thing that you do, whatever the thing is, so that's much easier to build habits if you get your dopamine regulated. Why is my hair is so flat. It feels just so flat and weird today. Why are you being like this? Why? I guess it's not terrible, but it just feels like it looks weird in the front to me. I don't know, whatever. It's so shiny. That's one thing. My hair is very shiny. I'm taking good care of my hair. It's very healthy and shiny. So basically I'm winning at life and you should all be jealous and or worship me. Is that the thing that I am gonna go with here? I don't know. Which direction do we want to go? Dopamine is nowhere to be found. I am running 100% on cortisol. Yikes. Yikes. Goodness gracious. Do you use volume oils? I use argan oil, but I mean, it's argan oil. It's also cut with a bunch of other stuff like almond oil and things like that. But, yeah, I use a little bit of oil in my hair after I shower. I showered last night, so my hair is clean. You think we don't always worship you? Listen. I need something. I need like a headband that works better for the horns. Because at present, the horns are just like on a plastic loop thing. And I need them to be on something that is a little bit more stationary. So that I can wear my horns. But why did horns... Why? I was like, worship me, and then I went for dragon horns? That's where my brain went. If I had more space, I would build a Luxander shrine. True. I'm running on cortisol, caffeine, and spite. I salute you all who are running on spite. I'm running off THC from an edible I took over 24 hours ago. I took a month-long break, and holy shit, these things just destroy me now. Oh my god, have you slept in that interim? Some of you, you took an edible, like, got really crazy high, and, like, went to sleep, woke up, still high? That sounds insane. Cult of the Dragon, let's go! Let's go! I love how I'm wearing white today, but we're still, like, Hail the Dragon, goth mode. I mean, it's still, like... It's got a little bit of, like, some kind of spice to it. I had my very first experience of waking up still drunk last week. I don't think that's ever happened to me. I just don't think that's ever occurred to me before, and it sounds terrifying. Like, yeah, I just woke up and I was inebriated. It's like, how would you even remember hot granny vibes? Granny? Where, what? Do I need to be wearing, like, a push-up bra that you can see more easily, rather than just this little black top thing? You can get hairbands that are like coils that help stay in your hair. Yeah, I have, like, hairbands. It's about, like, how do I stylishly attach horns that, like... This is how thick the base of my horns are. When I put... Where are they? Oh, here they are. So my horns, you know, the base of my horns, like, she's girthy, okay? She's thick and girthy. So, like, how do I put that on a headband and not have it look like shit, basically? Like, and then I want them to, you know, fit like this on my head. Gorgeous. I don't... How... Like, what's the best way to do this? I guess it's to bring part of it in front. And then put the horn, like, here. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty good. That's my Hrons. I gotta figure something out. I attached a transparent bra strap to my devil horns. It works pretty well. It's adjustable and designed not to slip. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't... It's fine. It's fine for wearing them. They just don't... It just doesn't look very good to wear this plastic thing. You know what I mean? What's up, Jiharial? Listening to stream at double speed to catch up to real time. No worries. Hello, Mersh! That's what the cosplayers are doing. Magnets. But, like, where? Are you implying that I... What's up, Ashley? Are you implying that I should implant, like... a magnet under my skin right here, and then just, like, attach a magnet to the side of my... And just, like, nope, and now I have a horns. Yeah. So a buddy of mine has some horns that he 3D printed, that, I mean, my partner 3D printed for him, really, but, like, he's got, like, a leather thing that goes around the horns, so that it looks like a leather headband that was made to go on and around his horns. As opposed to it being clear that it's a headband that you're wearing for the horns. It is designed to, like, you know, look like you're wearing a headband on top of your horns. I like how everyone pretty universally came to the conclusion over the pandemic that digital streaming releases for new movies was awesome and theater-exclusive releases are garbage, and then film companies started just going back to theater-exclusive releases. It's because the contracts are written... I don't know if you actually know this, Baphomet, but, like, Scarlett Johansson, I think, sued Disney because she's supposed to get... It's in her contract to get a specific percentage of box office profits, right? So if you release on streaming platforms at the same time as you release in the box office, then fewer people go to the box office, and therefore Scarlett Johansson makes less money. And you can argue about the logistics of which one is better or worse, but like, I mean, it's rich people with rich people problems, I guess. But yeah, leather. Wait, how did they do some of the Twi'leks? Magnets? I feel like people have been making way too big a deal for way too long that movie theaters are dying, so I'm not really surprised they did that. You gotta incentivize people to go to the movie theaters, or they won't do it because it's expensive. Oh my god, please get out of my face. I cannot with all these fucking gnats right now. There's very little I can do about it. Oh, the leather things you described your friend did for the horns. That's how some people do the Twi'lek leku. Is that these things? They're so big. How do you... Wait, hold on. Hold on. I don't know. How do I leku with leather? I want to see what comes up here. Okay. Oh, well, I mean, kind of. I mean, yeah, kind of. So I get what you're saying. I get what you mean here, but it was more like my friend's thing was, it was more like if out of the center of the leather came the horns, like it was molded around, it like went between the horns, it was molded around the horns and then came back. So I can see what you mean though. I saw the Dungeons and Dragons movie in theaters. It was a banger. Okay. I was wondering if that one was good, but I'm probably not going to watch it until it's available online, and maybe even not then, because frankly, I don't really care that much about watching movies, I guess. Chris Pine. I like Chris Pine. Oh, it is available online. Ooh, okay. Water is so yummy. My family used to run a theater back in the 80s. Tickets were $5 for adults. The movie companies took all of the profit, except for 5 cents on the ticket. The theater company got 5 cents per ticket. Yeah, I understand that concessions are expensive because that's the only place where the theater makes its money. Bummer. There's a chubby dragon in the D&D movie? Okay, listen. Listen. I just don't want to go to the movie theater because there's too many people there. It's just so much easier for me to stay home and not watch movies. Hail hydrate, y'all. Drink water. Take care of your body. Be good. Don't get in trouble. Or at least don't get caught. I bought AMC A-List so I can see up to 3 movies a week for $24 a month. That's so many movies. Yeah, I saw that you were like, is this worth it to business expense it out for my channel? Yeah. So it's worth it for you to go watch movies in the movie theater for the sake of reviewing stuff. How have your muscles been doing? I felt like they were stagnating, which is why I decided to go back to the gym a week or two early. I was planning on staying away from the gym for a little bit longer, but now I'm like, nope, you know what? It's time for me to go to the gym. If you want to see how my muscles are doing, then donate to the stream. Because if we get to $100 in donos today, I will take off this white shirt and flex my muscles. Because here's the thing, you can't really see them. Part of the reason why I'm wearing this shirt also is because it will allow me to like do things like fuss with my hair without revealing the muscle. It's like censored, you know? So I'll take off the shirt and flex. Swollenness waits for no one. Some kids in the theater were so obnoxious when me and my friends went to see the D&D movie. My least favorite aspect of going to the movies. I feel like kids are so shit nowadays. I don't know if they were always shit and I just took a break from interacting with them. But like, I hate being around them so much. But I guess it's not like more than I hate being around any other people, right? Like I hate being around people in general. So, by the way, we still have about 20, 30 minutes before we start talking about the serious news. So if you are enjoying hanging out, hit like. And if you are gonna leave, hit like before you go. Thank you. One thing I really try to do when I'm seeing animated movies is to find a 21 plus theater. Yeah, have a beer, have no children there. I think it's gonna be fine. One time I went to a theater that had one of the theaters in the theater had like a regular attendance thing down below, but then up above was like a restaurant and alcohol 21 plus. I haven't been there before. I've never been there. Like up above, like I think that maybe I watched a movie once and maybe my mom went to see one movie and I went to see a different one. She went into the upstairs thing. But is drinking orange juice okay? What do you mean is drinking orange juice okay? Orange juice is delicious. How do you test your gains? I guess strength-wise, I'm starting my muscle journey. I'm not really concerned with that. I have a connective tissue disorder, so I'm not trying to like push the numbers. I don't really care about that. I care about the way that I look and improving that over time. And like, I also care about the way that I feel. So those are my priorities. When I'm working out, I'm not trying to like do big numbers. Movies at home and cuddling is better than going to a theater. I have to agree. I love chilling at home. Hello, Hypno Amber. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. By the way, if anybody over there is hanging out on the YouTube chat and you didn't know, I stream on my website. This is not Twitch over here. This chitty chat over here, not Twitch. That's my website. So please feel free to come hang out over here. Excuse me. Orange juice is an immoral cartel. True. Big orange juice. Oh my god. I forgot about Anita Bryant and big orange juice. My bad. We cannot drink orange juice. We are not allowed to support such heinous shit. I just want to be strong enough to pick up my babes and carry them like the cuties they are. Well, you should explicitly look up how to gain muscle for the purpose of strength. Because what I'm doing is very specifically for the purpose of looking swole. So that's different. Different goals. Yeah, Joanna says, hi, YouTube chat. I would love to have a home theater with a cuddle pit someday. Oh my god, yes. That would be great. But the thing is, like, you gotta dedicate an entire room to the theater and the cuddle pit. Because you can't have it be your bedroom. You know, the cuddle pit has to be a different place from where you sleep. I want to be strong enough to surprise my guy friends, Lamau, and just visually I want to lean up a bit, minimal bulk. Yeah, so there's like 3 different ways that you can do it, just generally speaking. I'm not going to dive into a whole fucking fitness thing right now, but you can either do a low weight, high repetition, so you might only do body weight, but do like a lot of them. That'll get you really lean. Or it'll get you really lean and give you a lot of stamina, but it will not necessarily make you super duper strong. And then if you do relatively few repetitions but really high weight, like 80% of the maximum amount that you're able to do, like a lot of it basically, that's how you build strength. If you want to build muscle, like if you want to look really good, and then you'll get like stronger as a result, but that's not like the main goal. You do like 3 sets of 12 repetitions at like 60 to 80% of your maximum goal, or of your maximum ability. Silent partner with the $40 dono. Peace. I give you double peace. Double peace. What's up, Paint? Hello. Have to figure out my fitness goals. Yes. You have to choose an objective. And once you choose an objective, then you can inch forward. Chainsaw, welcome to the website. I did the maths right to log in. First time chatter. I'm in. You got the hacker glasses. I'm in. Anyway. I just realized this was live when I accidentally reloaded the page. Hello, Eric. Welcome in. Welcome. Shellbell, thank you so much for the gifted tier 1 sub. Steph with an F, enjoy your dicks. Enjoy your dicks. Be hot and be hotter. Those are my objectives. Well, yeah, there's different ways. Like, is being hotter gonna be like being lean? Or is it gonna be being like bulky? I want to look like Claire Max. More reps for definition. Yes. So more reps for lean and, or hold on, no. Low, sorry, no, high repetitions. High repetitions with a low weight. That's how it works. Or low repetitions with a high weight make you strong. That's how it works. So many dicks. Yes. Dicks. This is why my live streams get demonetized. Dicks. Anyway. We have fun here, okay? We enjoy. Because, listen, the news is terrible. Like, this is why. If you're not a member of the core community, like, welcome. First of all, thanks for hanging out. But, like, if you're not a member of the core community, we try to chill at the beginning of stream. Because the world is a terrible place. And it's so stressful. All the time. All the time. So we just gotta fucking, like, be human beings and, like, talk about nothing for 5 minutes. This is why we give donuts, because demonetization is a bitch. It's not too terrible. Like, I censor my videos a lot. So that when I upload videos to the channel, those usually don't get demonetized. But really, like, the most, like, the most I make on a video that I post is, like, maybe $10 in ad revenue. But usually more like 5, you know? So, you know, when I upload my actual videos to the channel, they don't make a shit ton of money. It's anger management first, and then the shit that causes strokes, in that order. I'm glad you got your priorities. You got them figured out. Welcome in, folks who are just trickling in. Hit the like button if you want to. If you're not gonna hang out, that's fine. We have about 20 minutes left before we start talking about the serious news, because I just need to exist as a human being for 5 minutes. Donos for remonetization. Exactly. Funny story, I thought I didn't like Xander Hall. I'm face blind, so I was confusing him with someone else. Oh, poor Zan. Oh, he's cursed with white boy face. Oh, poor kid. Poor kid. He does not have any distinguishing features. Oh, no. We like Zan. Yeah, I like him quite a bit. I'm not, like, close personal friends with the guy, but I like him, and he's a cool dude. Later, Anthony. Later. Hello, Morgan. Welcome in. I don't know why I'm saluting so much today. Why I have so much forehead. That's the weird thing. It's like my hair is giving me so much forehead today. Stop it. Stop it. On Demon Mama stream, someone said how he wasn't blonde anymore, and now I like him. Thanks for the heads up. Oh, no. Xander Hall has been getting the shaft lately. First Twitter, then YouTube. Did he get removed off of Twitter? I wondered. I saw that Cherry was tweeting, like, on Zan's behalf. Or that Zan tweeted from Cherry's account or something. But, like, why? Oh, his Twitter just got nuked. Okay. And then he also has been reported, like, mass reported on YouTube. That fucking sucks. Poor guy. Why am I looking at this? I mean, it's good, but why am I looking at it? What? I want to be able to cosplay. Oh, I want to be able to cosplay this person. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, we like the strong ladies with the leather booby covers. Beautiful. Oh, I see Xanderhall told some fascists on Twitter how much he appreciates them, and then the account got the axe. You gotta be careful. That's a risk you run on Twitter. It's a risk you run. If you say shit to people, and like, if you talk shit to Nazis, and you say things that are borderline TOS on Twitter, they will report you, and you will get got. That's just how it goes, y'all. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Jihariel, for the retweets. I don't even know how I feel. Speaking of, like, Twitter being... You gotta risk it for the Trisket. You gotta risk it to get the biscuit. Run. When I say fired up, you say fired up. Fired up! Anyway. Who do you want to cosplay as, if anyone? You know, I don't really think about this very much, because cosplay is a thing that requires, like, a huge amount of creative energy and, like, ingenuity. I have done a very sloppily put together Jack Harkness before. It did not work as well as it should have because my hair was dyed at the time. I should have dyed my hair black. It would have worked better, but it didn't go very well. So, I don't know. I don't really think about it very much. Who do you think I would be a good cosplay in? Oh, this is a good game. This is a fun game. Ooh, for the next 10 minutes or so, however long it takes, tell me who you think I would cosplay as. Who would I look good cosplaying as? It can be like male characters, female characters, doesn't matter. Milo from Atlantis, okay. Interesting. I thought you were gonna say Jack Skellington. No Jack Skellington, maybe Sephiroth. Okay, I could maybe see Sephiroth. Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. My partner wants to cosplay Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon, and we were actually watching it, and we were watching something about it maybe, and he was like, thinking about, like, he mentioned something about cosplaying as Hiccup and how something would work on the outfit, and I was sitting there contemplating, like, would I be comfortable cosplaying as Astrid in order to do a partner cosplay with him? And then he made the joke about me being toothless, and I laughed a lot because of how accurate that is. Like, and it's just funny for, like, a number of reasons. Like, Hiccup rides toothless. So that's funny for, like, a married couple. And then also, I am the Black Dragon. But anyway. Kimberly from Full Metal Alchemist. Girl, okay. Rauru with the extremely long torso. I could see Lux cosplaying as Robin Hood. Rain from Infinity Train. I don't know Infinity Train. Yeah, we think Rauru. The ears. Also, does Rauru even have hair? Wait, yeah, does Rauru have, like, giant hair? Is that what that thing is behind him? Is it giant hair? Hey, if you just came in, hit like, whether or not you're going to stay and hang out. We have about 10 minutes left before we start talking about any serious news. So you can stay here and hang out for the next 10 minutes, or you can leave and come back later. But either way, leave a like before you go. Kim Possible, I also think would be fun, but I support these options. One thing that I really love to do occasionally is I like to do the makeup from the villain from Kim Possible. That's not, like, it's not my goal to look like the villain from Kim Possible. It's just like when you do the top lip black, and that's, I just don't do very much with my makeup, so that's kind of perfect. Doll from Star Trek Prodigy. I'm not familiar with that character. Hello, Ferret Girl. Raru. 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 I'm like a cutesy version of Rauru. Rauru. Oh, this is a bald character. I'm not gonna cut my hair. I'm gonna wear a bald cap or something. Cringe. Anyway, drink more water! My voice is getting tired. Okay, listen. Oh my god, where's my straw? Yes, water. Hail, hydrate, okay? I'm drinking a lot more water lately. I mean, I also, like, I've been exercising so much is probably part of it. And I'm so sweaty. Sweaty workout pics. When? When? Okay, is my hair gonna work? Are you gonna work better if you go the other way? Listen, are you gonna behave today? Jesus Christ. It's gonna have to pee like every 5 minutes at this pace. That's the weird thing, is I'm not peeing that much. I'm just drinking a lot of water. Yeah, Korra, Korra, Legend of. Yeah, like, sure, let me cosplay fucking Korra. That sounds great. That sounds amazing. That sounds like exactly what I want to do. It's part of the lore of the channel that I don't like Korra, by the way. If anybody didn't know that. I haven't whinged about it in a while. I know Korra's got those arms, but I don't want to cosplay her. Boo. Boo. Anyway, that was a fun conversation about who would Luxander cosplay as. It's a combination of who do I look like and also who would I want to cosplay as. Did I tag in the Discord earlier? Yes, I did. I said music jump scare. We can't be friends if you ain't liking Korra. There was stuff wrong with the series, but lots of good stuff too. There are a couple of good things about it, okay? Of course, it's a continuation of the story, but it also ruined several key things. Like, the only thing that I liked about it was Zahir. And everything that Zahir did. And lots of things about Season 3 were good. And I hated almost everything else about it. So. How did you not know this? Have you not been around for this? It was forever ago. Yeah. Cancel me for not liking Legend of Korra. IDK must have missed it. Oh, okay. I used to harp about it a bit, but I don't really harp about it anymore. Because that's annoying. I said Robin Hood because you need to be swole to use a longbow. And Lux is swole. Yeah, you gotta be like, let me draw back like 50, 60 pounds of weight. I would love to have a bow, but they're expensive. Just like, that's the barrier to every hobby. The barrier to every hobby is it's expensive. You need great pecs for archery. I don't know if I have great pecs. I feel like I have good tits, which is why I don't want top surgery. But like, I don't know if I have good pecs though. More like 100 to 150 pounds. Well, sure, if you're doing like a war bow, but if you're just doing like a little, yeah, if you're doing like a hunting bow for like rabbits, 50, 60 pounds, you know? Doesn't need to be anything crazy. I don't think I could ever draw a 100-pound bow. That would be crazy. Anyway, we're probably going to be ready to shift gears soon. So all y'all who are here for the important fucking news, we are going to switch gears into it momentarily. It's not like all horrendously serious bad news, but like it's not great. There's like one thing maybe from today's news that's pretty heartwarming. Hello, Quarbarian. Welcome in. So many green names in chat today. That's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I think that I need to change the colors just a little bit so that it's not like green, because right now it's green and then green are the first two sub colors. And I'm like, okay, well, I think the secondary sub color, like the tier 2 sub, needs to be a different color besides dark green so that we can have a little bit more diversity in chat. A little bit more diversity. How's your day going? I mean, I feel like it's going okay. Bad news time. Ooh woo. Exactly. It's ready for bad news anytime now. gold names for the Dragon's Horde. Creative input, people, like contributors, creative contributors. Yeah, creative contributors is the name of the role that's gold right now. I can't even tell well, there's not currently different shades of green, Jihariel. I don't think there's anybody with a tier 2 sub in the chat right now. Right now we just have green and white. But anyway, these are just the little things that you think about as a streamer, like redoing your style every once in a while. Chat has gone woke. We're not quite at white name genocide. There are some white names in chat today, but that's okay. I'd probably sub if I could, but I don't have a bank account. Yeah, listen, no worries. I appreciate all of you for just hanging out and for participating in chat. You make stream what it is. It's a conversation. That's what this whole thing is, fundamentally, at the end of the day. I guess, like, when you get to be a bigger streamer, it's a little bit less of a conversation. But, for now, I'm still able to read almost all of the chats that come through. Sometimes chat be zooming, but I still read most of the chats. So fundamentally, what this is a conversation. I should really get a job. Listen, it's a hard knock life. It's hard out there. It's so warm in here, too. God, I'm like wearing this shirt in an attempt to stay cool, and it's still effing hot. You could have a bigger stream with dicks. Ayo! Listen, I'm pretty sure if I ever do actually get phalloplasty, that the dicks are coming out on my Fansly, okay? Right now, my Fansly is safe for work, for the most part. Listen, sometimes I'd be posting pictures and revealing clothing in fairly tight clothing and stuff, but, like, it's still mostly safe for work. But I think if I have a dick, then I'm definitely gonna, like, use it. Excuse me, kind of a weird conundrum. Like, if you made the conversation your whole stream, you couldn't get beyond a certain size without being eventually unable to do that. Yeah. I don't get the point of chat on some of the bigger streamers. It goes so fast that it's impossible to follow, never mind engage with. That's why people end up using things like slow mode or subscriber-only mode, like, in an attempt to preserve the conversation aspect of it. Hello, Drums. Oh, there's Drums. A tier 2 subscriber, Drums, lurking to show that we have 2 different shades of green. XLR, amazing. Thank you for the tier 1 sub gifted to Cosmic Wish. Ask and you shall receive. Enjoy the sub. Dicks, enjoy them. We love having the custom emojis on the website. We've got hypers. We've got Sag. We've got Pepe hands. We've got all of the good goods. We've got all the good emojis on the website. And now we are at $70 out of 100. And if we get to $100, I will take off my shirt and flex my arms. We will do it. Yes, custom emojis. Didn't know that was a thing. Subscription? Yeah, that's the great thing about my website, is that it allows you to use the custom emojis. Some of them are not even subscriber only, like a good chunk of them. The gifting, yeah, and then we can gift subs just like you can gift subs on Twitch or whatever. I'd buy dicks, but I'm too invested in getting rid of mine first to afford anything else. Sorry. Yeah, you can get dicks in chat after you get your dick removed. That'll be good. Yeah. Bisexual dicks. Rainbow. Yeah, I don't think my hair is gonna cooperate today. I think it's just looking weird no matter what I do, but that's cool. We commies here, sharing is a thing. True. Oh, I've decided on a thing that I'm gonna do with my Patreon, by the way. I think I may have mentioned it already, right before we get into the news. Currently, my Patreon has several tiers. Two of the tiers are like a credit tiers, so there's text credits at the end of my videos at the $1 tier. At the $10 tier, it's a voice credit at the end of the videos. And the $3 tier currently is like Patreon-only vlogs. So like once or twice a month, I'll post a vlog that is only available to Patreon, right? my god, my hair is sticking to the side of my head. And then I'm about to add a new tier on my Patreon that is a raffle tier. So I make these little like knickknacks and stuff out of crochet, and like it's like these are. I'm not finished with this. I'm gonna put some spots on it. I think I'm gonna give it some like pink or white dots on it. So I make little stuff like crochet. So what I'm gonna do is for $5 and up on Patreon, so $5 per month or more, you will be entered in a raffle for the chance to win some bullshit like this that I made. So that's like an expansion to the Patreon that's gonna be coming soon. How do you do dicks with different pride flags? If you start typing any of the site emojis and then you put a colon after it and then you type something like bi or gay after it, it will make it have a flag. So you can do that with the dicks emoji. You can do it with like pretty much every other one. Yeah, put a colon after that dick. True. But not in all capitals. Like the dicks has to be in all capitals, but the other stuff... Yeah, you guys will figure it out. You'll figure it out. Rainbow dicks? True. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. There's dicks all over the rainbow. Your hair looks beautiful. Stop. It's just being funky in the way that it frames my face. That's all. It's just framing my face a little weird today. In a way that I find kind of off-putting for my own face. But that's fine. It's fine. It's like, why is my forehead so big right now? Dicks have gone woke. Look at all these dicks in chat. This is why it's so lovely to be over on the website chat. Would you be able to ship raffle stuff internationally? Or maybe have international people pay the shipping if they win? Maybe. I'm not totally sure. I think at first, at least, it would be probably... like US only, or maybe US and Canada only. I would have to look into what the shipping costs are. Dicks power, please. Yes, dicks. There's so many dicks in chat. I have to go get my dick. I'm sorry. I have to go get it. I have to get it. I did not realize how hot it was in my office until I went to the kitchen. And I was like, oh my god. So many dicks. Imagine someone who's never heard of you sees your stream on YouTube just having dicks spammed on screen. Yeah, like, I'm just gone, and there's just dicks being spammed all over the screen. It's a chair stream, and then just dicks. Anyway, I got my peepor. I got my pee-pee. This is the pee-pee. My peepor boop. Peepor beepor. It's the pee-pee beeper. Peepor bopor. Oh, okay, cool. Copinator. I was like, where did that go? Like, I didn't see the notification pop up for a second there. Why didn't the notification pop up? That's so strange. Anyway, thank you, Copinator. Thank you so much for the $30 dono, bringing us up to our $100 goal for today's stream. Amazing. Thank you so much for supporting free independent media. It's flex time. It's true, it is. Yeah, the horny chair. The horny chair. Alright, well, here it is. Oh, come on, my belly button ring decided to catch the shirt. Yeah, copium. Well, here we are. You might wonder how I got here. Cue gay music. Wow, 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 wow. Anyway. Shirtless Luxander. Yeah. So, So here's what we're working with lately. Like, abs. Not really having abs. We're working on this. This is a progress moment. So here we got tummy, all right? Yes! Goals done before the end of the first segment. So this is, like, I feel like my arms are starting to kind of, like... They're just not quite as... I feel like maybe the green is the wrong color. Is that part of it? Anyway, my arms are not quite as impressive as they were before, is my opinion. So that's why I am returning to the gym. Because I just don't feel like I'm retaining my gains very much. Anyway, give me your tummy and I'll give you my abs. We'll get there eventually. They're so defined. Oh my god. So defined. Woo. Arms. Back fat. Anyway. There you go. Hopefully everybody's happy now. I have a gut currently trying to reach tummy level. Yeah, I have never been bigger than I am now. I weigh the most I've ever weighed before. It's been too long since I've been working out, inspired to get back at it. You should get back at it. There's all kinds of places to work out. And there's all kinds of stuff that you can do at home, too. So, oh my god, it's so fucking hot in here. Oh my god. I joined live right on time. Yeah. You joined live just in time for me to be whoring myself out. Anyway. Now, Peepor. I guess, where is Peepor gonna do it? I'm gonna go wear Peepor in the pants right now, or is Peepor gonna stay out on the desk where I can gesticulate with her? Peepor, hello. Peepor would like to say hello. It's like, this is my new sock puppet. Slowly building a home gym. Very nice. I've been painting as I watch stream, and while that dries, I'm gonna use my GF's weights that have been gathering dust. Don't push it. Don't push it, for sure. Take it easy. It's good to warm up a little bit. I love that Peepor has she, her pronouns. Listen, if I have a dick, she is gonna be so cute. Okay? What's that sock puppet usually for? This is my peepee. I made myself a custom packer because I don't want testicles. And when you buy a packer, it has testicles. Most of the time. So I made this so that I can wear it in my pants. Pepper, peeper, pork pig. I feel like that's grotesque. That's grotesque. I hate the gym, but find calisthenics I can do at home in the park for free and is very fun. Yeah, I do calisthenics, like, I switch between the gym and then bodyweight exercises. Like, I do the gym for a couple months and then I switch to calisthenics for a few months and then kind of switch back and forth. My balls have it's derogatory. Oh, gosh. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out so much. I appreciate y'all who want to chill during the chill part of the stream. We are about to start talking about the news, though, here momentarily. Hello, Shade. Depending on hardness, the pronouns might shift. Oh, dear. I guess it is pretty soft at this point. Like, it's pretty squishy, you know? It doesn't have a lot of structure and rigidity to it. But anyway, I made a packer out of pink hair gel and a condom before, but I was so scared it would break, so I gave up on that. Yeah, I never did silly stuff like that. I've definitely, you know, I've packed with socks before. I mean, just what's inside here right now is a sock. I made it this way so that it was easy to wash. Like, so it's not, like, closed up. I choose no news today, only peens. If we get $100 more, then we will do no news today and only talk about fun stuff. But I do actually have serious news that I was planning on talking about today. That's the thing that we do sometimes, is that you can buy my silence. Like, if you don't want to talk about anything serious today, then sometimes I will not do serious news in exchange for meeting a completely different donation goal. My boyfriend gave me some wool socks that eventually wore a hole in them, but funny enough, work really well as packers, like super well. You gotta have a packer that will stay in place. So if it's super heavy, it'll move around a lot. This one is supposed to be like you can pin it into the underwear. That's why it has this like tag. Although I realize now that this is not necessary, but like just like stitch it to the underwear right there. There it is. It's on the inside of your underwear now. It's a flopper. It's a shower, not a grower, for sure. A shower, not a grower. Tried using socks once, but it doesn't stay in place at all. Yeah. You gotta pin them in place. Are we talking about pronouns for our privates? We were briefly talking about pronouns for our privates, I guess. Part of the problem is I have women's underwear because my mom won't let me get men's boxers. Fucking moms are so weird. I don't fucking get it. You can always wear boy shorts as like a compromise position, I guess. They're still women's underwear, but like... My first boobs were socks. I showed up to school with Home Hanes D-cups. BRB sewing extra buttons on my underwear for yarn packers. Exactly! Yeah, you could sew like a button thing into your undies. I wish for all of you that you get the bottom surgery that you want in a quick amount of time and for a reasonable amount of money. I got my current packer for free, and as a result, it just completely does not match my skin tone. I don't understand why people care about that. I would get it if you have an STP that you're trying to have it pass at the urinal. Like, oh, now it's my thumb. Yes, now it's my thumb. I understand why, if you were trying to pass at the urinal, you would want to have a dick that matches your skin tone, a packer. But, like, why does it matter if it's just gonna be in your pants all the time? That's why I made this one red, because I cared mostly about the size of yarn that I had available. I should actually make, like, a different one, though, because this is also, it's stretched out a lot, and I don't know if it's the correct dimensions anymore. Look at how wide I can stretch this out to be. Like... Wide dicks. Wide dicks. Anyway. Yeah, hello, Baphomet. You're back for wide dicks? Just in time for wide dicks. Yeah, the chode emoji. If my dick was purple, I might consider keeping it. Yes, correct, Steph. Basically boxers, but marketed to women. Boy shorts is what they're called. I'm leaving for Canada in 12 hours. That's very exciting. And for Seattle a few days after that. Hell yeah. If there's any comrades who want to welcome Baphomet for like an afternoon walk through the park or something. I hate that they call them boy shorts. Like, what? Boy shorts are the best undies, though. Ooh, that sucks trying to figure out insurance after you turn 26. That is a bummer. I'm actually living really close to the Washington Park Arboretum, and it's free to visit. Poggers! Poggers. Take some beautiful walks outside. Touch grass. Anyway, so let's start talking about some stuff that is serious and kind of a bummer, probably. Are we ready? Let me see what my notes say. Are we ever ready? I don't know. Are we ever ready? I don't believe in grass. I want to get some, like, wheat or something and, like, weave some shit. And then maybe I can have, like, some fall, some, like, autumn, like, woven stuff on the wall over here. I just don't know what to do with this space. And I'm only going to be living here for another, like, 4 or 5 months anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. But, like... Still, I don't know what to do with it. We don't have grass in Cali. You have turf, which looks like grass. Oh my god, why are you like this? Can you stop looking so shit today? It's like... Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. Yeah, I hate turf. Punch the wall out. Yeah, I'll put a hole in the wall. That's the correct... That's exactly the kind of decor that I want. Anyway, Jesus Christ. So there's the stabbing. There's... oh, that's the free speech thing is kind of funny, but also a bummer. And then there's like a Kansas thing, which sucks. Are both sides of your head shaved? Yeah, they are. I've got like this weird tuft growing out because I'm trying to correct a line right there, so it's just gonna kind of be weird for a little while. But yeah, both sides of my head are shaved. Hello. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Kansas stuff, get the tough stuff out of the way. I guess we could do that. We could get the tough stuff out of the way. Hair. Hair, 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 hair. All of my hair is on top of my head right now. Lux got that Viking hair and it's OP. So I'm actually making a change to my hair, but it's gonna take a while. Are you ready to see something pretty cringe? Do you want to see something cringe? Are you ready? Are you ready to kill the cringe within? I want to make a change to my hair, but it's gonna take a long time for this change to seal itself in, okay? And that change is that I am going to grow out the back of my hair. So I just cut it last night, and I decided, I know it's not perfect. I know that the edges are not perfect. Like a mullet. No, I'm gonna grow it out. Because what I want is I want all of it to be long, but just like all the way back down to here. Like a really long mohawk thing, yeah. And like a really long, wide mohawk. Because it's gonna stay wide here, and then get slim as it goes down. So, yeah. I'm not ever gonna spike it like a mohawk, but it'll give me more options with putting my hair up. Like, I'll be able to braid it and things that, like, I just think it'll be better. And, like, I feel like, you know, there's plenty of folks doing the top knot thing right now. But the Captain Marvel look, what are you talking about? I'm trying to, like... I'm gonna keep my top long and then gradually grow out the back of my hair to also be long and then keep the sides shaved. Captain Marvel has, like, long hair at the first movie and then short hair in the later movie. My head is shaved all the way down and then back to here so that the thing in the back, it's, like, shaved all the way down to here. Lux, are you really smart? I don't know. There's like 90 people here sitting here listening to me be a fucking idiot. Like, I don't know. Am I smart? Why are we posting wheat? We're posting wheat? Captain Marvel changes her hair 4 times in 2 movies. That's how you know that she's a lesbian. That's how you know. Okay, the colors. What are we doing? What are we doing, colors-wise? Green? I guess we have a lot of unsettling news today, so we might as well do green. The only people we know for sure aren't smart are the ones who say they are. Oh, God. Anyway, so yeah, I guess we can talk about Kansas first. Is wheat the grain of communism? What does that mean? Red for bad news. Red for the worst news. Queer people love to change our style 3 times per day. It's true. Red for the blood gods. Do we want red? The red cancels out the green of the vines. So that's one reason why it kind of sucks. Vote now. Red or green? That's the options. Red or green. White for the skull throne? What does... White does not quite look white. This is the one that says it's white. It's got this weird pinkish thing going on. Red. Everybody says red. Oh, Copenator, you're new to the chat. That's awesome. Red villain Lux era. Purple or green for sure. This is as purple as it gets. That's as purple as it gets, y'all. It's like a bluish pink. LOL, that's purple. True. Blood gods must be satisfied. So we want red? This is what everybody voted for. Remember when Biden had the red background light and the cons lost it? Not really. If you've said red, I think you've all said red. Okay. We'll stick with red then. To talk about the horrendous news today. Okay, hit like if you're ready to talk about bullshit that I'm really annoyed by. Are we ready? This gives lair energy. Well, that's good. Okay. Oh, God. I hate living in Kansas, y'all. Like, I just am so tired of it. I'm so upset. And it's because they passed the law about the bathroom law in Kansas. I've made multiple videos about it at this point. They passed a bathroom bill. It's quite restrictive as far as bathroom bills go, but there's no mechanism for enforcing it. So we thought that maybe the primary thing that was going to be weird about it was that it's got this little paragraph toward the end that could be interpreted in such a way as to make it impossible for you to change your driver's license gender marker. And we've just gradually seen that situation get worse and worse. And now, like, the Attorney General, who I guess we do vote for those in Kansas. So in some places, Attorneys General are not voted for, but in Kansas, they are voted for. So Chris Kobach was narrowly voted into office and apparently has a bunch of corruption scandals and everything, but he's doing his darndest to enforce the law that just passed, SB 180. So the thing that is the newest information about this is that he has requested, Chris Kobach requested by a Shawnee County judge to look at the policy about issuing new driver's licenses with changes on the gender marker. So this judge suspended the current policy, which was allowing people to make gender marker changes on their licenses. Like, I was allowed to change the gender marker on my driver's license, like 7 years ago, or however long it was. I changed it a while ago, and now they're going to make it to where, like, if I were to renew my license, it would have my assigned sex at birth on it. They're claiming that this is, like, important. So yeah, Kobach filed suit on Friday, compelling the Department of Revenue to stop permitting trans Kansans to change gender markers on state licenses. So yeah, Attorney General is contending that this practice violates Senate Bill 180, otherwise known as the Women's Bill of Rights, which he argues mandates residents be identified on driver's licenses based on sex assigned at birth. It doesn't actually say it in the law, by the way. It does not say trans people must be identified by their sex assigned at birth, because I think if you did that, it would be pretty clear to a lot of people that that's fascistically, like, removing people's right to accurate documentation. So instead, it was written in this vague way, and Chris Kobach is choosing to interpret it in this way. He is choosing to say, hey, no, yeah, the way that it's written, the vague way that it's written, means that you actually are not allowed to have a driver's license. Like, any new driver's licenses that you're trying to get issued that you want them to show a different gender than the one that you were assigned at birth, well, LOL, too bad. So, you know, that's not optimal. Like, frankly, it's pretty upsetting to live here. Like, my ID is going to expire in a couple years, and if I still live here, then I am just going to receive an ID that has the like a gender marker on it that I did not choose. Frankly, it sucks no matter what for me. Like, the options are not great no matter what. I guess in some ways it would be kind of safest for me to have F on my license, but like mostly just because I think it's like I can pretend to be a girl, which sucks. Again, like having to pretend to be anything sucks. Having to pretend to be your sex assigned at birth sucks a lot more. Have they given any reason why it's important to have this? Excuse me. So it says down here that the reason that they're giving is so the judge orders when the judge ordered this, she noted that licenses are used by law enforcement to identify criminal suspects, crime victims, wanted persons, missing persons, and other people. She says compliance with stated legal requirements for identifying license holders is a public safety concern, saying allowing state respondents to issue non-compliant driver's licenses pending a court hearing is an immediate and irreparable injury that supports the grant of a temporary restraining order on the terms requested by the Attorney General. So she's basically claiming that, like, you know, we need to be, I think that what she's saying is like we need to be consistent about it, I suppose. So like while this is being adjudicated, we're not going to issue licenses that have the correct gender marker on them. Yes, I flexed earlier, Prosy. Sorry. They'd probably think you're a trans woman because of your voice, so IDK. Well, that's the issue, Cosmic Witch. Like, my ID currently says male, but so like if I were to be dressed like this out in public, they would see my ID and think that I'm male, right? But like if they saw female on my ID, do I feel confident that they wouldn't also think that I'm trans and I just had changed my ID? You know what I mean? Like that I was a trans woman. Like I kind of feel like no matter what it says on my ID, like unless I am totally successfully passing as male or female, like I am gender ambiguous enough that I am going to get caught up in trans misogyny. That's like the perspective that I believe I'm going to have to take going forward. Like either I'm going to have to try really hard to pass as male and like wear a binder all the time, even though I don't want to, or like try to pass as a female and hope that my voice doesn't trip people up too much. You know, if I can be like, you know, hi, like, good morning, like, oh, you know, excuse me, just getting past you real quick, you know, like, that's kind of, I guess I can just do that and just hope that nobody talks to me. Beyond that, hope that people just think that I'm wearing a mask anyway in public. So if my voice sounds a little hoarse, like, because sometimes people will ask you when you're female and you're on testosterone, let's say, like, if you're assigned female and you're on testosterone, people often say, oh, are you sick? It sounds like you're hoarse in your throat. So I guess maybe I could pass along with the assumption. But like, yeah, I'm either way, increased scrutiny, increased danger. I'm sitting here thinking like, I need to pretend to look like this or that in order to be safe in the bathroom, because I, as a visible non-binary person, as a visibly androgynous person, like I will not be safe in the bathrooms. But like the bathroom part isn't even the main part of this law. So when you have like Kansas City and Lawrence and probably other towns that are saying like, yeah, we are not going to enforce the bathroom bill part of this law. Like, okay, well, that doesn't help me with the identification problems, you know? Excuse me. Hashtag save the Luxander dono to help the cause. True. My girlfriend was probably one of the last people to correct their license before this legislation passed. At least it'll be a while before it expires. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that mine is going to expire in like 2 or 3 years, which is a bummer. I guess I hope that I'm going to be gone by then. I hope that I'm going to be able to afford to get the hell out by then. But you know, we still have the issue of our birth certificates. You know, I don't know how it works with getting an amended birth certificate. Do you like... Can you get, I don't think you can. If the state that you were born in does not allow you to amend the gender on your birth certificate, because they're also going after that. This state court action did not address Governor Kelly's administration's policy of allowing trans people to secure new birth certificates from the Kansas Department of Health and Environment. Kobach has petitioned the U.S. District Court to modify a consent decree to end that practice. So currently you're able to change your birth certificate. I've never changed my birth certificate because I just don't want to have male on my birth certificate. So I just never amended it. I never amended the gender on it. So, like, yeah, I'm about to have, like, a birth certificate that says female, a driver's license that says male, and I'm going to get a passport that says X. So, like, wow, it's so fun being a trans person and not being able to have, like, identity documents that all match because the law has arbitrarily decided that it's going to be difficult to change these things. Yeah, I'm really collecting all the gender markers. I'm, like, going to all the Pokemon gyms, getting all the gender markers. Oh, my God. Generally speaking, like, this should not apply retroactively because of the fact that the law was what it was when we changed those documents. So, like, it's, if people give me a driver's license that doesn't say male on it, like, you're revoking something that I legally possessed. Like, I legally have received the permission already. Just like when Proposition 8 happened, you know, marriage was legally allowed, permitted temporarily in California. Gay people got married, and then they passed Proposition 8 to make it illegal, but that did not nullify the marriages that happened in the interim. So I don't know why they're going back in time and nullifying this. Like, you know, why is it such a huge issue for public health and safety that, like, we be identified by our gender at birth? Like, there is no good reason for it. It's just fascism. It's just the fact that there's now a list of people who have changed their gender marker before on Chris Kobach's desk. Like, my name is on a list now. And it's terrifying, and I want to leave. And it sucks that I don't have a choice but to stay for at least another year. Like, a little bit over a year, I'm gonna have to stick around. Yeah, they want trans people to be unsafe. Ex post facto. Yeah, it's a violation of ex post facto. These fascists do not care about the law. Like, I really hope that someone fucks up Chris Kobach's day. Whatever Chris Kobach personally thinks is the worst thing that could happen to him on God's green earth, I hope that someone does that to him. I hope that he gets to experience whatever his own personal hell on earth would be. I don't know what we're doing, but Zeph's angry and I'm here for it. Yeah, Dizzy, we were just talking about in Kansas how Governor Kelly has now got a judge to make it so that, like, as of now, they are no longer issuing driver's licenses with updated gender markers. Like, so, yeah, as of now, like, you can't get one with your updated gender marker. If you're trans and you get an ID right now, it's gonna reflect your sex at birth. Yeah, we're gonna have to meet an implied heteronormative standard to make it easier for police, I guess. Anyway, I don't have a lot to say about it aside from, like, it sucks and it's bad and I don't want to be here and this is terrible and please do something about it. Like, I feel like maybe I should do calls to action earlier in videos. Like, this is gonna go up on the channel later, so maybe I just need to do calls to action sooner. But, like, share the video. People don't know that these things are happening. Only my audience hears about these things. The 30,000 people, which is, like, a huge amount of people, by the way, but in terms of the internet and the world, 30,000 people is not that many. They're the only people who see this content. So if you're in my core audience and you're seeing this content, please share this video so that more people hear about it and talk about it with people. Let people know in your life, like, hey, this is super important. What can we do? Like, how can we get involved to help trans people? go check out the rainbowpassage.org and see if there's like any volunteer work that you're able to do to help get trans people out of unsafe places. Like we are having to start our own nonprofit organizations. Burp? No. With the goal of getting trans people out. Yeah, does it make you feel at all better knowing that Biden says he has our backs? Does that help in any way whatsoever? Does that make you feel anything except abandoned by our government? Yeah, like Biden saying he has our backs is basically like the hand that's drowning, where like our hand is drowning and then they high five us and then we just keep descending down. Like, yeah. My partner likes watching your stream with me sometimes. Cozy news in Nightmare Land. Cozy news in Nightmare Land indeed. My mom was shocked. She's always been a things will work themselves out kind of person. Shit's getting serious. I hope that we're able to make people see that it's serious. You know, there's an article on Aaron Reed's Substack about how there has been somewhere between 130,000 and 200,000 Americans so far have fled to somewhere else safe. Like trans Americans, transgender people. You probably don't think there even are so many trans people. Like, there's not a huge amount of us, and up to 200,000 of us have already moved across the country or out of the country here in America because it's dangerous here. It's not cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's literally this. Exactly. It's literally this. I have your back against this hatred. Ah! Anyway. So I guess we don't need to go into any further detail about that. Florida is losing college students. LGBTQIA plus students are giving up scholarships to get away. Oh, so here's something interesting that we could talk about really quick. On the subject of LGBTQIA students giving up in Florida. I'm finding something on Twitter. Tweeter. Where is it? I was looking for something in particular. I need to drink more water. I posted that 4 months ago, back when there were only 440 anti-trans bills. Those were sure the days, huh? Exactly. Okay, wait, where is my straw? I keep finding the straw. Okay, beautiful. So speaking of people leaving Florida in droves and them losing students who don't want to, don't want to do their scholarships there and everything. Someone posted on Twitter, went to the Holocaust Museum and learned something new. The Nazis passed hundreds of anti-Semitic laws in their first year in power, but most were relatively minor and allowed for exemptions of popular groups, such as Jewish World War I veterans, and some of these laws were even rolled back. The non-Nazis in Hitler's cabinet, the quote moderate conservatives, convinced him to reverse several policies, like a permanent boycott on Jewish stores, by making pragmatic arguments about the implications for Germany's economy. Wow. You can probably figure out the modern-day implications for number one. Movements of hate don't show all their cards right away, instead choosing to normalize hatred one small step at a time. They're happy to compromise initially because that makes the next hateful law easier to justify. This is like the slippery slope in effect when like the moving of the Overton window, you're like picking up the goalpost and moving it closer to the right so that what is the center, like you keep drawing the center closer to you. And then when people try to do things that are in the place where the center used to be, you call them radical, right? Like if what we're doing is like, here's the center and you're gradually pulling people further and further this direction, then suddenly, like if you're trying to pretend like this is the middle, then suddenly someone who's over here is like, oh my God, look at how far away from the center you are. You're such a radical leftist. So yeah, they're able to then, like, once you pass a law that's like, for example, like, oh, clearly abortion at 30 weeks should be illegal. Okay, that's almost a fully formed baby. Clearly it should be illegal. And then once it's established, like, oh, okay, well, of course, any reasonable person would agree that a baby at 38 weeks is clearly viable or whatever. Like, you shouldn't kill it, you know, oh, these convenience abortions or whatever. It's like, once you get your foot in the door, then you can chip it away further and further. Like, okay, well, it's clearly 20 weeks. You know, if you can agree that 30 weeks is too late, then obviously 20 weeks is too late. I mean, clearly, look at it, it has hands now at 20 weeks, right? You know, that's how this works. So you say, okay, well, clearly children shouldn't be having transitioning procedures done on them, even though you carve out exceptions for intersex kids every fucking time. But yeah, then, like, gradually you go like, okay, well, you know, up to age 21, you know, since the smoking age is up to age 21, you know, technically you're an adult at 18, but really, are you ready to make that type of decision until you're 21? And then they gradually go up to 25 until they try to make it completely illegal. And I think that they will succeed at making adult healthcare unprotected, so that, like, any state can pass laws preventing adults from getting healthcare, and it will be federally permitted. Watch it fucking happen. Watch this space, y'all. Watch this space. It's gonna happen. Bet money. Bet money within the next 5 years. Bet money within the next 2 years, matter of fact. So the second point relates to the first. The, quote, moderate allies of hateful groups are kidding themselves when they claim they support the hateful group as a way to rein in their excesses. All they do in the end is become complicit in the violence, making it easier to implement. From the, quote, moderate conservatives to the Christian groups that allowed Nazi control of their churches, to the Judenrat, to the collaborators, many of whom believed they were doing the best they could in a bad situation, they enabled a violent but small minority to massacre millions. So there were folks who were like, basically, we'll reform them from the inside kind of thing. Like, moderate allies of hateful groups who say, oh, you know, we are going to try to reform this group. You know, they're not so bad. You keep saying that they're white nationalists, but they're not so bad, I promise. There's plenty of fine people in the midst. Great, right? Collaboration in this way not only failed to prevent the, quote, excesses that the collaborators believed they were preventing, but they ended up enabling them. Groups like the Nazis would never come to power and carry out their evil projects without the support of groups who ostensibly opposed those projects. Like, they ostensibly oppose... Yeah, TYT has entered the chat. They ostensibly oppose the genocidal actions, but there's, you know, they are okay with the removing transgenderism from public life. You know, if the transgenderism is allowed to flourish too much in the state consciousness, then, you know, then they might convert these children who would otherwise just be so sweet and innocent. You know, they're sexualizing them too early. So yeah, they come up with a lot of excuses to not stand in total opposition to the transphobia, or the, the anti-Semitism. We're talking about, Nazis. Anyway, this also applies internationally. Without isolationists demanding democracies stay out of German affairs, as well as a certain type of realist who prefers to focus on the imaginary enemy while the real one is punching them in the face, the Nazis would be driven out of power before 1941. It's interesting and sad how many different languages this is being quoted in. This is unfortunately a global problem, one that far too many are ignoring because of the ignorance, or because of ignorance, or because it's politically convenient to admit their allies are pursuing... It's politically inconvenient, Jesus, to admit their allies are pursuing hate-filled policies. So, yeah, I mean, like, what... just lots of parallels. You should visit the Holocaust Museum if you get a chance, I guess, is the TLDR. I'm probably never gonna go there, but there's all kinds of folks in the comments. I've blocked a lot of Nazis on this app, so most of the people in here are pretty decent people. It's so clear in hindsight, isn't it? It's so clear in hindsight what's going on. But clearly it's not the same thing happening now. Okay, that's the end of the segment. Oh my god. Okay, what did we do earlier? We did something earlier. Oh, it was the Kansas thing. Where is the... Oh yeah, here's this article. This article is about the Kansas thing. 7-Eleven. Hey, it's 7-Eleven today. Chris Kobach. Shawnee Judge. Get in my notes. Get in my notes. Get in my notes. History doesn't repeat, but it sure rhymes a lot. I don't know, man. It kind of feels a lot like repeating. I came from Sean's new video on Posey Parker. I actually did consider just watching Sean's video today, because that would save my voice quite a bit, and just commenting on his video, but I decided not to do that today. Yeah, Sean has a new video about Posey Parker and neo-Nazis. He just posted it like a few hours ago. So I could understand why you didn't know about it. Based debate bro, judge overrules trans healthcare ban, 300 points of fact, nominal Naomi. Was nominal Naomi streaming today, Precious? Or are you just memeing? Memeing and creaming. I've been too busy fighting with crybullies on Twitter. I've been blocking so many people on Twitter. It's like there's just no reason to be there anymore. So I don't know. It's like I'm just fucking blocking people. I was watching Sean's video before the stream started. Hell yeah, dude. Keeping my notes in order here. Gotta highlight some stuff. I stopped watching Sean to come here. It's a good video. I'm glad that it was being here live on demand was worth it to you. Threads is okay. Don't use Threads, okay? Facebook and Meta gave over information about an abortion that happened before Roe v. Wade was repealed, or whatever you call it. And a woman and her daughter who got an abortion are being, being prosecuted over an abortion that was gotten while abortion was still legal. So yeah, they do not care about ex post facto. Abortion was legal federally when they got this abortion. I just want Musk to lose. It's sad. I wish I had Blue Sky codes to give out. It's great. I get the hype. Very horny, though. I have received one Blue Sky invite, and I gave it to a creator of color. I gave it to Star Panda because I wanted her to be on Blue Sky. People bitch so much about Blue Sky being only white people, so I was like, okay, well, my very first invite code is going to go to a creator of color. I love Blue Sky, but it needs a trending tab. It has a what's hot. What's hot is supposed to be trending, I thought. I like Threads, TBH. Careful. Yeah, Star Panda appreciation moment. Star Panda appreciation moment. I think that the Pride weekend thing was her idea. What's hot is not trending. It's just big individual skeets. Okay, fair enough. Blue Sky is another social media. She posted the disability panel today. I'm watching us again. How long did it take you to get that invite code? I think you get one every 2 weeks. Unless they release a batch of invite codes, you get one every 2 weeks. Did Nominal Naomi posted 6 hours ago? Yeah, much appreciation for Star Panda. Star Panda and Alora Anofis is also a community member who is trying to organize stuff. So we might see even more collaboration with other creators this coming couple of months. Oh my god, excuse me. Yeah, much love for Alora. She's great. We don't do enough community crossover here, and I would like to do more of it. So, like, Star Panda is a fellow streamer. We've talked to her a couple times. You will love Alora, or I will have words. We have appreciation for... Alora is one of the people who generally is crucial in organizing Demon Mama's call-in streams. It's so fucking hot, y'all. It's so goddamn hot. I got my Blue Sky account June 9th. It's now July 11th, and I've had 3 invites in that period. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like every 2 weeks or so. Or, every week and a half or so you're getting one. I devoured a bunch of Naomi's debates during long hikes. Hiking is so based! Anyway, so let's look at whatever we have next on the subjects for today. I'm not super into Blue Sky. I've been using Mastodon. I made a Mastodon on Collectiva, and apparently Collectiva had a breach at some point, so I had to change my password. Hell yeah, I fucking love hiking! I go every Saturday. Might road trip up to a new park this weekend. Yes, how long do you go hiking for? Like, if you go for a hike, are you planning to be out there for like an hour, or is it like a 2-hour affair? Like, how long do you spend when you go hiking? I'm doing walks, locally. Like, I'll drive a little bit to go for a walk, but I go for, like, shorter than an hour for my walks. I miss being able to hike. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. And people are gonna be less and less able the more time goes on. Keep catching COVID repetitiously, and then you'll not be able to go for walks anymore. Only just found out that Gayfesh is a musician. Yeah, Gayfesh is really good. We love Gayfesh's music. I miss being able to bike ride. I want a bike so bad! I want a bike so bad! There's even decent places nearby to bike safely. Like, I don't really want a bike, like, on the road, because car people are insane and they will just, like, hit you in your bike on purpose. But no, like, there are safe places. I'll drive a little bit for a walk is such an American thing to say. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you live near a bunch of, like, cows, like, everything smells like shit, or if you live in a part of the town that, like, there's a lot of car traffic in, like, it's not pleasant. I need to work on some more tunes. It's been too long. If you want vocals, I could do that, probably. Could be fun. Near me is a community bike shop. I'm not sure if there's something similar near you. I think there was a bike place that was closing down, and it was like, ooh, as little as $50 per bike. And I was like, I really want one. But realistically, I don't have a place to store a bike. That's the reason why I keep not getting one, is because I feel like I don't realistically have a place to store a bike without it getting stolen, or without it, like, being just a big fucking thing in my space. Like, my house is not big. Like, the section of apartment that I have is not very big. Damn, wish my friends were closer. I'd lend you my bike. The brakes are fucked up, though. Wall hanger. Yeah, that's still, like, it's still, like, a big thing in my space. Although, like, yeah, and, like, I live in a place that doesn't allow you to put screws in the wall. Like, I'm renting, and you can't put screws in the wall. So I can't put, like, a heavy bicycle hanger on the wall. A dyke without a bike, true. You gotta get a motorcycle. You gotta really flex the dyke energy and get a motorcycle. Anyway, let's continue talking about horrendous bad news, huh? I have several mountain bikes and lots of hiking equipment. Dang, Mersh. I wish that I was ever gonna drive to Virginia, because I would come get a bike from you. Storing bikes is a problem for renters. Yeah, I know. Like, there's a neighbor, who I see, like, take a bike into their place frequently, and I'm like, oh my god, I feel so bad for you. You put anything in the wall, if you can put anything in the wall if you spackle over it when you move out. That's true. They send people into my place pretty often. Like, for some reason, they are like, we're gonna check this thing or fix this thing, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my apartment. I doubt there's one near you, but there are some places that let you come in and build your own bike out of spare parts. Yeah, let me become an expert on this in order to build a bike that won't fall apart. Got a bike. I got a new wheels on my bike, but now it won't fit in my car. How to get bike rack if I don't know how to put it on top? You can get a bike rack thing that fits into your trunk, right? So that your bike can be on the back of your trunk. That's probably what I would do. But like, yeah, yeah. Anyway, it's a fucking issue. This is the person that I'm becoming. I'm becoming like an outdoor person who wants to like go fucking hiking and bike riding, and like you also have to have good suspension on a mountain bike. It makes a big difference. A friend of mine found out the hard way recently. Oh yeah. So you like need good suspension. You have to have a good gear system. I used to be that person. Yeah, I was saying toward the top of stream, Dizzy, that like here's all the lifestyle changes that I've made recently, including like washing my face in the morning and like all the other random shit that I'm managing to do now, and like it's just so weird. I have unlocked the powers. God nerfed me when he gave me ADHD, and I've fucking medicated that shit, and now I'm unstoppable. Except for my physical disabilities now. On testosterone, I want to go out and actually socialize. I would love to socialize if anybody had COVID on the brain anymore, but apparently it's just me and like 400 people on the internet. I usually hike for 2 to 3 hours at a time. I plan a route between 6 and 10 miles. Always plan the route ahead of time and bring 1 liter of water per hour per person. That's a good point. How many is it? Is it 1 liter for 100? Yeah, it's like 1,000 milliliters because 1,000 is milli. So I think that my container here is it's not quite 2 liters, but it's fucking close. Still wearing the mask. Good job, everybody. I'm proud of you all for wearing masks. That's good. That's amazing. Let's go ahead and do this. Here. I'm changing this thingy. Travel in groups, hiking if you can. Very important if you get injured, etc. Yeah, like, don't leave the trail. If you're gonna pee within sight of the trail. If you get lost, sit down and stay put, like, immediately. Like, don't go any further. The moment that you realize you're lost, park it and stay still and, like, call out to hikers who walk by or whatever. But, like, if you start to think that you're lost when you're hiking, like, stay where you are. Because the more you try to find your way back, the more lost you're gonna get, and, like, then you're gonna not be found. I'm still masking because it makes my sinuses not want to explode. Honestly, I'm gonna wear a mask when I'm walking in the morning because, first of all, there's frankly too many people in my neighborhood, which is fine. It's a good thing. Like, it feels safe, I guess, that there's so many old people walking around in the neighborhoods that I choose to walk around in. So, but there's too many people in terms of, like, if it's not windy, then the air is, like, not moving, and, like, I don't want to walk past people. And then also, like, the allergies are real. Masking moisturizes my dry eyes. Yeah, you're just blowing up into your eyeballs. I remember hearing about hikers getting lost and dying on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, I've heard all kinds of crazy nonsense. The moment you think you're lost, just stop moving. I got lost in the woods at 3 a.m. tripping on acid with 1% left on my phone, which I was using as a compass. No! Oh my god, that's terrifying. Did we talk about the violence left? Yeah, no, we haven't yet. We are about to. I have, like, a couple more things on the list for today. Let's see. So I'm gonna get rid of this tab because we talked about the Kansas thing. I just want to be fit enough to climb up onto a giant horse. I have a small compass on my keychain. Oh, cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, this one's kind of funny, but also shitty, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight or not. We only have an hour left. We technically have 2 more segments to do, and it's so hot in here. It's so warm. Ah, it's so hot! Oh, God. I gotta put my hair up, I think. Oh, my hair looks so stupid right now, though. Goodness gracious. Did you know that your head, like, vents a lot of, it's hot because you're in the room? I know! It's hot because I'm in the room, and also because I basically closed the door between me and the air conditioner, so, it's like, when it gets warm in here because of my photography lights and shit, it's just not cooling down because my air conditioner doesn't know how hot it is in here. I blocked off the room. Why did I do that? Because of the sound. Because I'm trying to control the background noise, because I can hear a lot of, like, when my air conditioner is running, it's very loud. So I blocked off my... Totally didn't understand what you were trying to say. It's hot because No, I understood what you were trying to say. I just ignored it. I know that, yeah, you guys made that joke already. I'm hot, and that's why the room is hot. I get it. If you get your hair wet, your body temp immediately dips. Yeah, I know. What about getting LED lights instead? I'm sure I'll be able to live, y'all. It's probably only like 80 degrees in here. Yeah, let's take a hot shower. Sounds perfect. Hello, Corpse Candy. So, yeah, let's... Okay, what all do I have? Let's take a quick break for a good news. We'll take a very short break for a good news. And then we will switch into talking about more bad news. How does that sound? Does that sound good? We're treating you like an exotic plant. Some people actually you can spend your Twitch bits on, like, making the streamer drink water and stuff. Anyway, so David Tennant is a non-binary ally. Did you guys know that? One of David Tennant's kids is non-binary. So he's like a non-binary ally. And you will occasionally see him with this pin. This is a non-binary flag pin. He wears it on TV a lot. So it's like, yeah, it's like yellow, white, purple, and black rainbow pin. And then you see this shirt. Oh, what's this shirt? This is from the Good Omens press photos. So it's from the press photos about Good Omens. And you see it says trans. What does that say? Trans kid? Something about trans kid? What? That's weird. What is that? What? Like, what's going on, sir? What does your shirt say? Well, I'm happy to elucidate for you. The David Tennant's shirt says, "Leave trans kids alone, you absolute freaks." Isn't that lovely? Leave trans kids alone, you absolute freaks. He knew that this was going to be a fairly high-profile moment. Like, this is for press photos for Good Omens Season 2. He's in this photo with the other guy, the Welsh guy, who plays opposite to him. I have not watched Good Omens, I know. Everybody's like, oh my god, you would love it. I probably would. Yeah, I'll watch it someday, eventually, maybe. I don't know. You know how Netflix is. I know, I already loved David Tennant. I love him so much more now. So, yeah. And then, this is great. This is amazing. I love this. Graham Linehan, of course, posting, disgusting, ignorant, reckless David Tennant. Like, wow. Fucking mauled harder, dude. How you can't even get more divorced. You just, like, cannot even get more divorced than Graham Linehan. He's the most divorced man on the planet. Okay, no, that's not true. Elon Musk is the most divorced man on the planet, of course, but whatever. Yeah, get bent Glinner. Get bent Glinner. Of course the doctor would have queer people's backs. Yeah, he's lovely. He's amazing. He's a good dude. He's a good bean. I love David Tennant. What's up, liberal? My wife left me. Dude's so divorced, even his right hand gets alimony. What? Oh my god. Anyway, so that was just a little, that was a little good moment. Like a little positive moment. We have fun. Oh my god. We are doing really good at getting 100 likes on stream lately. Once we hit 100 likes, I usually stop asking. Because I'm like, yeah, okay, well, we hit 100 likes. And we don't even have 100 viewers. A lot of the time, I see other people's streams with like 300 viewers, but only like 100 likes. We do really well. We usually have, by the end of stream, more likes than we have viewers, which is amazing. I love David Tennant. I had a crush on him as a kid from Doctor Who. Good memories watching it with my mom. He's wonderful. We stan a parent of a trans kid who actually knows how to love their fucking kid. Yeah. Again, like, I'm faced with this, like, there's, like, this dichotomy sometimes, and I guess this is kind of a downer following a pleasant moment, but, like, you know, there is such a thing as being a good parent in general, and then, like, a terrible parent where the trans stuff comes in. So maybe your kid's entire childhood, you've been there for them emotionally, and you've provided them with everything they need, and you've put them in extracurricular activities, and you've fostered, you know, a relationship with them, and you've made sure they have healthy friendships and stuff. And then they come out as trans, and you kick them out and become a terrible parent, right? I mean, like, I and some of my family members are in, like, a different situation where it's like we were affirmed in our trans identities, but we were let down majorly in some of those other, like, basic parenting kind of ways. And it's hard because you want to say, like, okay, well, my parents affirmed my trans identity and that makes them good parents, right? But then you look at all the other stuff that they were doing and you were like, wow, they're bad parents. They're just not bigots, you know? Like, they can be, like, you can be a bad parent and be a bigot, or you can be a bad parent and not be a bigot. And it just so happens that, like, yeah, they're able to do the bare minimum of accepting your identity and buying you a binder, but, like, if you have other major needs not being met. One of my DM's kids came out as non-binary, and my respect for him grew 10 times because he affirms their identity and supports them. Hell yeah, I'm glad that did not make... It could have gone the other way and made your Dungeons and Dragons all awkward. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis has a trans kid. I think that, doesn't Angelina Jolie, doesn't she have a trans kid as well? I think, maybe? The kid that they originally named Apple, I think, is trans now. Martin the Martian made him turn around by sending him, quote, woke tweets. Yeah, exactly. Martian psyops. Even though they're conservative, my parents are super supportive of my transition and they still love me all the same. That's good. I'm glad that you have that. Anyhoozle. That was a little spot of good news. A little moment of amusement. A little moment of amusement. Hold on, let me actually save that link just in case. That could be a really short section. Or, whoa, excuse you. That could be a really short segment on the channel. A little short David Tennant segment. Just to continue having something going up on the channel, even on days where I don't have big, long content curated. Besides Pedro. Wait, Pedro? Ooh, raviolis! Yummy! Oh, Pedro Pascal has a trans sister, yes. Pedro Pascal's sister, Lux, is trans, and she's lovely. And Pedro is totally supportive of her, and that's part of what makes him so sexy! Being trans-affirming is sexy AF, TBH. People named Lux are pretty cool. It's true. You can't deny it. Can't deny it, can't pretend. Just thought you were the one. Anyway. I had one other thing. Oh yeah. I'm not sure if this is gonna make it into a segment on the channel, because I think that this is just like a preliminary thing. But y'all know Caster Semenya, right? Like, Caster Semenya, who is she's African, right? Like, she's a black woman. I believe she's African. She is, I guess she's XY female, and she had like too high of testosterone, and she ended up being disallowed from participation. She's not the only one. She's South African, yeah. She's not the only person who had, you know, testosterone too high to participate. But yeah, she's intersex. She has slightly higher testosterone. And because of that, she was told she's not allowed to compete unless she takes medicine that restricts her testosterone, basically. They changed the rules because they hate intersex women. Yeah. So, but the ECHR, the European Court of Human Rights, and so I also don't know how significant this is in terms of this actually affecting her future in sports, but the ECHR ruled that the World Athletics regulations violated Caster Semenya's human rights to prohibition from discrimination and right to effective remedy, as well as her Article 8 rights. Hopefully we will see them reconsider their racist and harmful anti-intersex guidelines. Yeah, discrimination against international level athlete who was not afforded sufficient procedural safeguards when challenging World Athletics regulations. So again, I don't know, like, how much this is gonna have any actual effect on the world, but oh my god, these people are fucking insane. I hate them so much. So, like, why aren't they appealing against the decision? That's another good question. Like, so they've said, like, okay, yeah, this is discrimination, but does this body, does the European Court of Human Rights have any power to enforce anything? I don't actually know. That sort of remains to be seen. But it's good to see that at least there's some level of condemnation somewhere. Sports are stupid anyway. I want her to be able to run. Sports don't mean anything if people who love them can't play. I just think it's... I still to this day think it's so stupid that we focus so hard on, like, fairness in sports. As though the whole point of sports is that it's unfair. Like, there are entire types of people who can't participate in sports. That's why we have, like, the Special Olympics. Is this that there's, like... There are entire groups of people who are not physically capable of doing the things that are sports. Courts in the UK at least don't have to follow the ECHR. Not sure about other institutions. Yeah, I mean, it's like when the United Nations declares that it's a right to participate in sports. Like, nobody gives a shit. Yeah, at the competitive level, at the Olympic level, it's to show the best people at the highest levels, whereas at lower levels, it's for fun and healthy things and companionship. Yes, good night, uncomfortable. Enjoy. Exactly, I want sports to be unfair. I want transhumanist Olympics where double amputees can leave everyone else in the dust with their hook spring prosthetics, which are currently not allowed in any sport that requires jumping. Like in baseball, if you have a missing leg, you cannot wear a hook spring prosthetic because it gives you an unfair advantage. You can jump higher and grab the ball. Yeah, we need people inventing new and exciting steroids. Let's play Blurns Ball. Blurns Ball. Blurns Ball. Is everybody excited about Futurama? I'm sure not. Okay, now we're gonna talk about death and stabbings. So, that's what it's time for. Whoop. Yummy. Stizzbings. Stizzbings. This is two different stories, by the way. So, do we want to start with the one where a trans person died? Or do we want to start with the other one first? Hello, Christy. Welcome in. We need one place to see people compete with one normal and an untrained person, or people who train, quote, the right way, people on steroids and stuff, and people with the most insane prosthetics possible. Yeah, we need, like, multiple different ones. Which is the least depressing? Get the bad one done first. Death? Yeah. Okay, we'll do the death one first, then. I'm gonna do my best to censor... Like, I'm gonna verbally censor the dead naming in this article, but there is dead naming now. No, it's all good, Christy. We're doing good. We're about to talk about the serious news. If you clicked in because you're ready to talk about gender-related stabbings and murders, it's time. So, as disgusting as it feels, hit like on the video. Oh my god. So that we can talk about the murder of a trans young adult. Yay. Yay, we're having so much fun. Imagine dead naming a person who is literally dead. I mean, that's why it's called a dead name, Cosmic Witch. Because, like, people would posthumously strip away your identity from you, like your family members. It's called a dead name because of that. So, I clicked in because Luxander. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so glad. Wow. 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 Anyway. TYT had someone on yesterday who was complaining about Elliot Page not wanting to be dead named, and Jank was like, of course. Oh, so is Jank against calling trans people by their correct name? Is that what Jank, is that his position now? I don't have raviolis anymore there, Etten. I think I'm gonna make chana masala tonight. I really would love to eat some chicken masala, but chicken's really fucking expensive, and so I haven't been able to buy any more recently. There's something weird going on with the back of my tongue today. It's quite strange. Ravioli on the inside now, where it all belongs. Are we a ravioli? I want to make that too sometime. Curry is delicious, okay? I have all the spices to make... I can make 2 totally different curries with 2 totally different spice blends. And it's fucking amazing, and it's perfect. It was talking about Page's old movies, and he was like, OMG, they're so sensitive, can't we just say their dead name if that was his name when it was made? Like, no, it's disrespectful. This is what I mean. People just don't listen. It's like, there are answers. Like, oh my god, are we supposed to just not do this? Like, yeah, just fucking ask the question, and you'll get an answer, and the answer is no. And if you continue to bitch about it, it's because you just want the power to dictate a trans person's identity and journey. Yeah, Hassan, rein this bitch in. Do you like chili dogs? I do like chili dogs. That sounds delicious, actually. But it also sounds like I would need to have a cheat day for that. Nobody does this for married actresses. True. Anyway, so let's talk about the death now. Trans people are obviously at a specific risk for violence, and it's not a fun time to be an American. It feels increasingly dangerous, and it's not just in America, though. You know, Brianna Jai died. She was stabbed to death in the UK a couple of months ago, and, you know, that was... You know, you think, oh, yeah, it's, like, safer in the UK, right? Because they don't have guns. But no, you can be stabbed to death. I think it specifically is not pronounced gay, and that she was made fun of by schoolmates calling her Brianna gay, even though it was not pronounced that way. But that's just what I've heard. So you can get stabbed to death in daytime. Daytime, it was daylight. This teenager got stabbed to death in the UK in a public park, and that's horrendous and awful. And she was 16 years old, and now we have a somewhat similar situation in the US, where a teenager in South Carolina went on a date and just never came home, and then their body was found later. So I am going to do my best to avoid the dead naming in this article. Or maybe I should find a different article. Let's see. Okay, maybe this is a better article. Okay, cool. We have a gay website that doesn't dead name. A fucking men. So, South Carolina trans teen killed. He met a man for a date, and that man has been charged with his murder. Jacob Williamson, found dead Tuesday, 4 days after he left his home for a date with a man he met online. So, this young trans man is 18 years old, was 18 years old, found dead in South Carolina. He left his home in Lawrence, South Carolina, the evening of June 30th, Charlotte, North Carolina. So he lived in North Carolina, was found dead in South Carolina. He said goodbye to Promise Edwards, who is I believe a family friend who took Jacob into her home because Jacob was rejected by members of his family for being trans. So he was in a particularly vulnerable occasion in his life. You know, when you're trans and you're dealing with rejection from your family, you're going to seek affirmation from people who are not always going to be healthy for you. And you're going to be willing to put yourself in situations that are risky because your self-worth is at a very low place when you're being rejected by your family members. So, you know, being rejected for being trans, it does not just represent risk directly associated with being trans. There's also other risks of then, well, now because of the complex social rejection aspect of losing your family, okay, well, you know, now you're going to like be seeking housing, and thankfully he had somewhere to go. But sometimes people are going to be like, okay, well, I'm just going to be homeless now. And then if someone's like, hey, youngin, like, I'll give you a place to stay in exchange for, you know, and then you're like, okay, well, now I'm doing sex work in order to have a roof over my head or like for a meal. And then you're in compromised situations, and that's when it becomes dangerous, right? So it's, I think, unclear at the time whether this was targeted, specifically having anything to do with Jacob and being trans. But Joshua Newton of Monroe, North Carolina, who apparently Williamson had begun an online relationship with, picked Jacob up in Lawrence, allegedly for a date at an amusement park. So Newton ended up driving Williamson back to Monroe, and police say Williamson was killed in a house there. His body was found Tuesday along a road in Pageland, South Carolina, just over the state line from Monroe. Media reports have not said how he was killed. So this is the thing. We're going to have to keep an eye on this story and see if anything else happens. I haven't seen very many people posting about this. We'll have to see what information gets revealed, because that's going to very much affect our view of this thing. Like, okay, was Jacob raped and then killed? Or was Jacob stabbed to death? Like, was it a crime of passion? Was this a setup? Like, was this whole thing intended to victimize Jacob? Or did something just happen? And like, I don't know, was he presenting himself as a male and then they found out that he was female assigned at birth and then like killed him because of that? We don't know. Reports have not said how he was killed or what the circumstances were. But police have arrested Newton, who's age 25. This is another thing. If you're 18 years old, oh my God, why are you dating a 25-year-old? Stop it. Like, just don't. Like, oh my God, no, this is terrible. But Newton, age 25, and his girlfriend. So yeah, I guess like maybe there was an alleged polyamorous situation or whatever, but like his girlfriend, Victoria Smith, age 22, have both been arrested and they're being charged. So the man is being charged with first-degree murder and obstruction of justice, and the girlfriend is being charged with obstruction of justice and being an accessory after the fact, like helping cover up the murder after the fact. Motive is still being determined, and the police say it does not appear that Williamson was specifically targeted because of his gender identity, and of course they misgendered. Like, I don't trust you if you can't gender someone correctly during the case investigation. Like, when you've had contact with his friends, you know that he's called Jacob, you know that he uses he, him. Like, of course, the police always say that, right? Yeah. And of course, the family friend, Promise Edwards, is heartbroken. She's like, this world was so cruel to Jacob. She cautioned against meeting up with strangers, saying parents should warn their children about these dangers, express to them how unsafe it is to go with people online, how unsafe it is to get in the car with somebody you don't know. Yeah, it's not good. Williamson and Chanel Perez Ortiz of Puerto Rico are the 13th and 14th trans people known to have died by violence in the U.S. this year. This is also not the narrative that we're accustomed to. We don't know, like, there aren't, we're not accustomed to white assigned female trans people getting killed like this. Like, this doesn't happen super often as far as, like, who is likely to get hate crimed. You know, trans men have one of the highest rates of sexual assault and rape against them, like, more so than most other groups. Like, assigned female people who are, like, non-binary, they get the sexual assault the worst. But, like, statistically in the United States, murders, usually it's trans women of color. Like, first of all, it's usually, like, of the 20 or so trans people who get killed in America every year, it is typically trans women, and it's usually trans women of color. So it just goes to show that this type of violence, you know, there are certain axes at which things are more dangerous, right? Like, things are more dangerous for trans women in general, but especially, like, and like, black trans men also are at a particular risk. In ways that white trans men typically are not. But, like, we're seeing this expansion of violence toward all kinds of different people, and, like, corrective rape. Like, there were a decent number of murdered white trans men on the trans murder list. Yeah, like, statistically in the course of a year, they tend to not be a very high percentage of the total. But, like, yeah, it could be, like, a more recently trending toward, like, more broad violence toward all sorts of trans people. Yeah, I thought of corrective rape when I heard that the girlfriend was involved. Right. Like, who knows what happened here? So let's hope that there's more information, that hopefully there's enough of a trail of maybe conversations between the guy and his girlfriend, like, these disgusting, sad excuses for human beings. Maybe there's some conversation that there's going to be revealed information about why this happened. Like, why did you target this poor young person? Like, why did you do this? Like, these people are obviously awful people, and they deserve, like, every bad thing that can happen to a person up until the moment that they die in excruciating agony, in my personal humble opinion. We also don't talk about lesbophobia enough, which gets applied onto trans men. Right, yeah, I mean, it's a general, like, I can fix her kind of vibe, you know? Not the best. I guess I don't have a lot else to add on this one, because, I mean, what else can you say about it? Okay, let's move on to the stabbing, I guess. Stabby, stab, 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 stab. Trans 18-year-old killed in South Carolina. Making sure my notes are all ready. If anyone tries to fix me, I will actually fix them like a dog. Oh my god. Ugh. Trans lesbophobia as well. Yeah, I mean, that's a different thing. Like, trans lesbophobia is, I don't think that trans women get targeted in the same way because of them having less proximity to men, But like, I mean, it's a different thing. Everybody gets targeted in different ways for different reasons, right? But we're just talking about how transgender men get misdirected lesbophobia at them because they appear to be butch females, like, to most people. When somebody says I can't be a bisexual lesbian, I go have sex with their parents. True! Yeah, trans lesbophobia is about the way that trans women are treated as predatory for being attracted to women. We gotta, like, we stan, like, trans girl on cis girl porn, though. Like, honestly, sometimes it just hits the spot. I almost died before I even came out because of domestic violence when seeking safe space to be trans. It wasn't hate motivated, but I wouldn't have been there in a trans inclusive world. Yeah. Like, you're seeking some kind of acceptance, even if you don't know that you're trans yet, and you end up in an environment where you're being taken advantage of. You don't know what to look for if you're like if you were not raised in an environment to be aware of what to look for in an abusive relationship, you know? I'm just glad that I can pass on the wisdom. Like, I feel like the decisions that I was allowed to make when I was a teenager, like, my parents should have been more involved, and it's really shitty that, like, I definitely could have ended up in worse situations than I did, but I still ended up in some pretty bad situations. And I would have ended up in worse situations if I had stayed living with my parents, which is so weird. Like, they let me move out when I was 15. Like, they didn't try to stop me. And there's entirely every chance that I would have just left anyway. But still, like, it probably would have been worse if I had stayed, but it sucks that they didn't care enough to try to make me stay. You know what I mean? Just in retrospect, a lot of the things... In retrospect, you might be like, oh, these things that I used to think of as, like, this is the cool parent narrative. And instead, I'm like, okay, no, that was, like, negligent parenting. And it wasn't, like, the cool parent. That was, like, negligent or enabling my bad behavior. Just like when cis gays were labeled predatory and God, I kind of feel like... Yeah, exactly. Like, even when a hate crime isn't a hate crime, specifically, like, you're not being killed because you are trans and they hate you for being trans, but some murderers seek out vulnerable victims, and trans people are more likely to be vulnerable. So yeah, it is part of systemic trans oppression, even if it is not a hate crime. Like, you were still targeted for being trans, in a way. Anyway, let's talk about a stabbing. Does that sound fun? Imagine you're in college, and you walk into your lecture hall, and you're ready to start a class on some benign subject. You know, it's part of your required course in your like sociology degree or whatever. You're like you've decided to become a psychologist, and one of your required courses is like, oh, it's this boring little class. You have to take like 2 years of it. So you're in your second year of this class, and you're like, oh, whatever. Like, I'm ready for another day. I'm ready for another day. And then some dude comes in and asks what class you're in, and the professor tells him what class it is, and the guy's like, yeah, and like whips out a knife. He's like, I'm gonna stab you now. He's got the scissors. He's like, he's stabbing you, and he's like, he's just going at it. He's stabbing you. And then he also runs over and stabs a couple of students. Like, you might think that this sounds like a cartoon world. Would it change your perspective on that, on the likelihood of that happening at all, if I told you that the subject of the class was gender studies? Oh my god, y'all. Oh my god, y'all. No, a teacher didn't do it. Like, the guy who walked into the classroom stabbed the teacher. So, yeah. This is in Canada, also. Like, you think, oh, wow, America is where all the violence happens. You know, we talk about a trans 18-year-old getting murdered in South Carolina. That makes sense. But this one is from Canada. So professor and 2 students are stabbed in a gender issues class at Canadian University. The wounds were non-life-threatening, adding that the motive for the attack at the University of Waterloo was not immediately clear. Oh, what are you talking about? I'm gonna lose it. I am so sorry. The laughter does not feel appropriate for this topic, but... What do you mean? Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Hold on. I just gotta collect myself for a second here, okay? I just need a minute. Because that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Anyway, let's continue reading. Oh, come on. Please tell me there's... Yeah. Okay. The guy basically walked in and asked the teacher if he was the professor, and he said yeah, and then he pulled out a knife, and after that, everybody just ran out. Someone says, I ran out, and after we went outside, there was a kid that was stabbed. He was bleeding from his arm. I don't know what happened to the professor. This person says that there were about 40 students in the class at the time. So I'm pretty sure that this was a Gender Studies 201 class. Like, let me see if I can find another article about it. Okay, we have a more recent article now from the New York Post. Are you gonna let me read it, or are you gonna block me? Are you gonna let me read it? Nope. Continue without supporting us. Okay. Okay, so here's a different article on the New York Post. Stop trying to autoplay videos, please. Thank you. So the Canadian police have now said, in a more recent article, that the university graduate who stabbed these people was, quote, motivated by hate over, quote, gender identity. Giovanni Viaba Ailman, a 24-year-old recent graduate originally from Ecuador, was hit with multiple charges Thursday for the triple stabbing at University Waterloo. Police have now declared it a hate-motivated incident since the university confirmed the targeted professor was Katie Fulfer, a, quote, feminist philosopher, whose courses have also included, quote, adventures in gender studies. Investigators have reason to believe that this was a planned and targeted attack motivated by hate related to gender expression and gender identity. So the queer community was targeted broadly and at large here. We believe that the class subject was of interest to the subject, and that was the origins of what transpired here. So yeah, I guess in Canada, they are slightly more willing to... They're slightly more willing to call it a hate crime. Yeah, I guess, like, he walked in and is like, are you Katie Fulfer? Stab! Stab! Like, you get the clamps, but it's like stabbing. It's like yeah, I'm making more Futurama references. Like, the stabby robot guy. Anyway, moving on. I think a lot of gender studies isn't even queer or trans. It's just how we viewed men and women in society throughout the ages. But the whammon. But whammon belong in the kitchen. The whammon. Righties watching your reaction to obviously ignorant article will say you're being purposely bad faith. Everyone deserves to be given a chance. Gender studies is often just the unironic version of what is a woman. Right, gender studies is different from queer studies because gender studies tends to focus on women and their historical oppression, whereas queer studies is a newer thing. But this professor did actually have a feminist philosopher, adventures in queer studies. Like, they do have a specific queer feminism thing going on. Like, of course, this must be a product of the gender ideology narrative. Like, I mean, yeah, that is what it is. You keep accusing people of pushing all this woke shit in the colleges. Oh, you're brainwashing all these young people into thinking that they're trans. So I'm gonna go stab a teacher and a couple of students for trying to learn a thing. I am going to stab some people who are trying to learn a thing. Oh, we have some additional commentary here. One witness, James Chow, this is Giovanni, by the way. This is the person who did the stabbing. James Chow told how the attacker came in near the end of the class and seemed, quote, happy when the professor confirmed that the class was about gender. Chow said, quote, while the man was listening to the reply, he put down his backpack in front of him at his feet and he pulled out a knife. The thing that disgusts me the most is this vile, mischievous smile that he had on his face, and immediately the professor's face just turned to, like, pure fear. The fact that his body language changed when the professor answered that this is the gender philosophy class, I think this was motivated by hatred of trans people and queer people in general. Like, he literally, like, walked in and was like, is this... He's doing this. He's doing, like, is this, the gender studies class? I hate that my glasses look so much like his, actually. That's not what I meant to do. He's like, actually, is this the gender studies class? And then, like... you thought today's your unlucky day, sucker, and then just starts stabbing, and then I started stabbing. Yeah, I know I look good in glasses. I know. Yeah, at least you don't have a weird looking head. Yeah, I have more definition to my face than this person does. Gnat just flew directly into my face and, like, bounced off of my face. Why are you doing this? Why are there so many of you? This is becoming such a problem. I hate you so much. Like, I viscerally hate you so much. And they move too fast for me to... sometimes I can, like, get them, but, like, these ones are smaller than usual, so I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, I'm betting it's the same smirk that Michael Knowles had in the, like, we just want to eradicate transgenderism from public life. Anyway. And it's like, why were you even there? These are pictures from his graduation. He graduated last year. Why did you come back and stab people? Like, why? Why? Oh, and here, this is great. A friend of Giovanni said that Giovanni would tell the friend that he was against university initiatives like drag storytime or painting the road in pride rainbow colors. He was very opposed to certain Waterloo initiative, this friend said, while claiming that it was, quote, mild and like any normal conservative man. To my knowledge, he had no hatred towards anybody. He maintained the really shy, kind of laid back... Oh, he maintained about the... Yeah, so this friend is like, oh, I don't think he hated anybody. He was shy and kind of held back. Gio just had something go wrong. A few screws go loose. I really don't think it's hate motivated. Like, I guess based on this facial expression, like, I don't want to be ableist, but I think that's ableist, right? Like, if you're like, yeah, this friend with the derpy face was actually just too fucking R-word to be able to make good choices. Like that's what this reads like to me. Oh, he was just a quiet, weird guy. I don't think it's hate motivated. You know, he just stabbed a couple people after explicitly asking if this was the gender studies class. Yeah, imagine people can hide their values and bigotry behind being, like, quiet and reserved. Incredible. Does he have a chromosomal disorder? I don't know. That's why I'm trying not to make fun of his appearance, because I'm like, I don't know if he has an issue. So yeah, they're charging him. He did not, at the time, have a criminal record. He's now being charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault, 4 counts of assault with a weapon, and 2 counts of possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose. So I guess it's a good thing that there was some retribution, but on the other hand, like, it could have been a shooting. Like, that could have been 40 dead students and a dead teacher. Like, it could have been bad. It could have been much worse. It's already bad, obviously. A stabbing is not great, but it's like, we're lucky. Yeah, no attempted murder. I guess he stabbed one person in the arm, so maybe he didn't try hard enough for it to be attempted murder. Like, I guess they would have to look into the case further. Maybe attempted murder would be hard to prove. You know how that works. Like, if they have a hard time proving the biggest thing, then they'll try to get you for something smaller and then just have you assigned like the maximum amount of time that lesser charge can get you, so that you still functionally get punished for the equivalent of attempted murder, right? But like if it's harder to make the attempted murder charge stick, then yeah, or just don't want to overcharge like Zimmerman. He was competent and strong enough to kill anyone, most likely. I don't know. So it's good to see that we're getting some response to this. Maybe at least they care about prosecution in Canada, so that's great. Yeah, exactly. At least it was Canada and he did not have a rifle. Oh, Canada. We're 5 years behind the US in how fucked up we are to people. Like, it will get bad there. And it is bad there. There's already violence and shit happening in Canada, so let's not kid ourselves about safe places. And yeah, we have terrible gun laws here too. Yeah, this person just happened to not have a gun. And it is accelerating. It is. It's getting like a lot worse in a lot shorter period of time. We're on an exponential curve where it seems like, oh, things are going slow, and then suddenly like, oh, wow, things are getting bad really fast. Oh, things are getting really bad really fast. Oh, things are getting really bad really fast. Like the curve changes to being exponential and it goes up at the end, like dramatically. So it's kind of going to feel like, oh, things are really pretty bad. And then suddenly there are going to be actual camps. So not good, not wise time to live in America or Canada, frankly, but ooh. Yeah, fucking praying that British Columbia remains okay for trans people. This is like the bad version of, but wait, there's more. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I think that's the main part of the segment. The camps are already built. We have more prisons than anyone else. The infrastructure exists already. This needs to be said more. That's a good point, Mama. Like, you know, when we say camps, it's not likely that it's going to be literal camps at this stage of American development. It's going to be, there's plenty of prison space, you know, and they're building more prisons. And the more reforms there are with like marijuana reform, the fewer people there are in prisons. And so these private prisons are going, oh, we're going to shut down. We're threatening the government by saying, oh, we're going to shut down and turn all these prisoners over to you and make you figure it out, unless you continue to make things illegal in such a way that we will go ahead and like oh my god, hold on, my brain just fucked up. They're basically like, yeah, now we will keep our prison open if you make certain things illegal. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Make sure that we still have plenty of slaves in our prisons to make things and pay them pennies on the dollar. Yeah, gotta fill those for-profit cells with somebody. Might as well be trans people. Just like make it federally illegal to be trans in some way. Make it federally illegal to cross-dress, you know? Drag. Any public performance in drag is now inappropriate for children, and you know, lawsuits or whatever. Like, yeah. Send us the transes so we can strip them naked and laugh at them and deny them medical care and then pretend like that isn't violating the ADA. What's up, beloved panda? It's been a bummer today. It's been a bummer stream today. But yeah, that's basically it on those two segments. I have one last segment that I could do today. Later, XLR, thank you again so much for your donos. IDK, how many of you are in Chariot's server, but there is a trans person right now being prosecuted for edibles who is terrified of being sent to Texas where they fled from. I've seen people talking about that on Twitter right now. Like, they are a California resident. It's been almost 3 years, or it's been like 3 years since the incident. And like 3 years is the statute of limitations or something, and the charges were filed against them at like the last possible moment basically, and they're worried about getting extradited back to Texas. And I don't really know how I don't really see that happening. Yeah, someone says, I was arrested 3 years ago for felony possession of marijuana in Texas. The statute of limitations for them to file was last month. Up until today, I was under the impression that I was going to be okay and nothing would be brought forward and that I would be in the clear. However, I got a call today notifying me that they are pressing charges and that I have a court date in 10 days. I could face anywhere from 180 days on one of the charges to possibly life, depending on how they decide to define the edibles. I honestly do not see myself surviving this if I go to Texas. Legally, I am still the gender I was assigned at birth. I don't stand a chance. I view facing this in Texas as a death sentence. I currently live in California. There are protections here, but I don't know what all they are. We all know what's happening in Texas. It's only getting worse. I do not want to be a trans person in jail in Texas while this is progressing. I need help. I need to speak to lawyers in Texas and California. I'll be honest, and it hurts to admit this, but I am too autistic and mentally ill to navigate this on my own. I think even someone who isn't those things would be having a tough time navigating this on their own. So if anybody was able to connect with a lawyer, yeah. This is, like, terrifying. Yeah, for weed. For weed. They want us dead, but the good thing is that Ty Turner said that there are lawmakers that are blocking trans bans across the country. They're like... Lawmakers trying to stop this wave of anti-trans stuff is like slapping... It's like that meme where he's slapping duct tape over like a gushing water. Like, yeah. It's not, like, that's not going to help anything. Here, I'll go ahead and post this on Twitter as well. Retweet the post if you can. They don't need to make being trans illegal. They just have to wait for us to do the slightest thing wrong, throw the book at us, stick us in the wrong prison, and we're dead. Yeah, it's definitely an incentive to be very scrupulous and make sure you're going exactly the speed limit every time you're driving, you know? It's like playing chess with somebody who's pulled out a gun. It doesn't matter how good at chess you are. Mama, I'm gonna steal that. I am still amping up to having this conversation with my partner. And it's like, yeah, it's like playing chess with somebody who's pulled a gun on you. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you realistically gonna do? Anyway, yeah, that's crazy. They filed it at 2 years and like 350 days, like within a week of the 3-year statute of limitations. So not past the bad news yet, or... so we're past, like, the bulk of the bad news, I guess, for today. We have one more article that we could go over today. Regarding, stabbing. Yeah. Hold on. Where's this? Stabberino. Gotta make sure I have all my notes ready for later. Close this, close this. So I do have one more article about free speech. I'm gonna have so many things to edit from today's stream. I still haven't looked over that Florida thing. I thought that it was specifically like, not your... It's like if you have a state ID... that is the kind of state ID that an illegal immigrant could get. I don't think it had anything to specifically do with trans people's IDs. It was like the kind of ID that you can get if you're an immigrant. Yeah, this is a bunch of bullshit, y'all. But we knew that. Yeah, it's migrant workers' IDs. Okay, drink some water. Hey, if you haven't yet, hit the like button, okay? This is a bummer, but your likes give me serotonin or dopamine or whatever, so It feels good. It feels good to get the likes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, Christy. I hope that you're feeling better. The Discord server is a place where you can come seek support, by the way. Maybe we need to plug the community stuff more. Like, if you're bummed out by this shit, or if you need support or community, join the Discord server. We have, some, like, there's an advice and support channel where you can, like, talk to folks if you need, like, advice about things. And we also have, like, a TTRPG channel that just started. Yeah, thank you, Violet, for hanging out. We appreciate you. 1 like equals 1 dopamine. One dopamine. Oh my god. I'm so burpy right now. Discord linky. Type ! Discord in the website chat, and the link will show up. There you go. DM me if you want to talk like an autist. I like voice calls with info dumps. Yeah, I should make a point to do calls like once or twice a week with some friends. Delicious. Can I get some dopamines too? My evening is now sad. Yeah, everybody needs to go like Mama Mephistopheles' OnlyFans. Give her some dopamine. Anyway. What kind of water bottle is that? It came off of Amazon. Nothing special. Came off of Amazon. Oh my gosh. More dumb game nights where I giggle at every round of Cards Against Humanity. I don't really find Cards Against Humanity as fun as I used to. It definitely is, like, a little bit boring to me. But as long as you're having fun with a group of people that you care about, you know, that's always good. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. Yeah, there's an OnlyFans. For Mama Mephistopheles, where she posts nudes and sexy stuff. I have a Fansly, where I post thirst traps, where I sometimes reveal my bra and my ass in short shorts, but... I can't believe myself, my sister, and our mom played Cards Against Humanity together. Yeah, I played it with my dad back in the day, and my younger sibling. I don't go on OnlyFans, but I might have to now. Lewds, as it were. Yes, I post some safe-for-work lewds. It's just like after a certain time, there are certain combinations. You're like, okay, we've done a lot of combinations for these cards. Yes. Mama Mephistopheles is allowed to post links to her OnlyFans in the chat. We salute the girls who are out there working. It's free to see the pics. Videos, I think you gotta pay for, so. Yep. Oh my god. I guess there's one more article. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. I'm gonna take a quick moment away, and then we have at least one more article. And then we might, like, chill for a little while, too. I don't know, if you want to go for an extra long stream tonight, we could switch and watch Sean's video. It's a 2-hour-long video. Yeah, sadly songless, right? It's like, is it cringe to try to make your own bathroom song? Like, you can't capture the magic of the bathroom song. It's so beautiful and unique. I could try to write something for myself, but I just feel like it would be kind of cringe. Like, when Heem made a bathroom song for himself, I thought that that was kind of cringe. When Mama does it, it's not cringe. Anyway, I'm gonna use the restroom really quick and just kind of, like, take a moment to collect myself. You should get yourself something to drink, and then we will come back. IDK Heem bathroom song is also funny. Yeah, hello Ashmar, welcome to the chat. I just switched from watching Sean's video to this stream. That's cool, yeah. So I have one more article about a A woman taking a picture of a trans woman in a bathroom got in legal trouble for it, and now she's countersuing for getting in legal trouble for taking a picture of someone in a bathroom. So, yeah. I used to watch him sometimes, but a few months ago I just started really disliking him, and I don't know why. I finally unfollowed him on Twitter because I just kind of think that he has some of the liberal tendency to be sort of pointlessly cruel about shit. I can't remember what it was specifically, but there were like several times when he would be like, he would make fun of something and I was uncomfortable with it, or he would support something that I was uncomfortable with, and I just finally was like, I don't think he's the kind of person that I really want in my community. So, yeah, that's just it for me. I really believe she identifies as a Karen. Who identifies as a Karen? Wait, what? When you go to the bathroom, just leave a sign that says hydrate in your chair. Yeah, just a little sign that says, like, hydrate. Right across the top there. Hydrate, or you will dihydrate. Or something along those lines. Anyway, I'll be back momentarily. Okay, I'm back. Behave. Behave, alright? Behave. What are you doing? What are you doing, y'all? Are you acting up? Are you misbehaving? What did I say? I said that you need to be good while I'm gone, didn't I? Okay. Never, I will never behave. Listen! I'm putting my foot down. Have you seen Poppy's new haircut? I saw that she has an undercut on like one side. I have an undercut on both sides. I have my hair shaved on both sides. And then I usually also have my hair shaved in the back. But, I decided that I'm gonna grow that part out. Sorry, this is brat chat now. Better get some daddy vibes going if you want to tame us. Listen. Today, hold on. Today it's mommy, okay? Look at this. Today it's, what is the word for it? It's ara ara. Today it's ara ara. Okay, listen. Mix Behave. Oh my god, that's my drag name! Mix Behave. Oh my god. That's such a good drag name. Nope, I was misbehaving looking at Mama's OnlyFans. Oh, jeez. Kefo's played a very funny bathroom song about her, but written by a transphobe. I see. Anyway. Would you ever do drag? I mean, if someone wanted to do my makeup for me, then maybe. Like, I don't... But probably not. Like, is a drag venue going to make a COVID safe night where I can be not wearing a mask, but literally everyone else is wearing a mask? I'm gonna bet that the answer is no. Anyway. Oh my god. What do we call the NB version of drag king or drag queen? I don't know. That's a question that I have. Okay. If you're just coming in, hit the like button. We are about to talk about our last story for tonight. Drag rulers. Drag monarch. Drag liege. Drag liege. I like liege as a gender-neutral term of respect. I'm a drag moth if I do drag. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, probably not, though. It's so hot in drag. There's so many layers. I'd rather donate $5 than like every stream. All right, Christy. I don't know why you feel like you need to keep telling me that. I don't fucking care. Drag layered. Oh my god, that's awful. If I had a persona, it would be a moth. Moths are great. One of my teenagers is really into moths right now. Drag-uns. Drag-uns, maybe. Did, like, I bite the back of my tongue or something earlier? I just have something weird happening in the back of my mouth right now. Anyway, why are the likes on the stream so low? Yeah, why do we have double the amount of likes as views? God, pump up those numbers. Anyway, yeah, the drag dictator. Exactly. I didn't actually know that it was illegal anywhere to, like, take a... I mean, it makes sense. If you take a photo of someone in a bathroom, even if it is not a... even if it's not a lewd picture, it's still, like, there are privacy protections for people in bathrooms. I didn't even know this, which is great, because one of the things that happens sometimes in today's day and age is people taking pictures of trans people in otherwise private situations and then posting them online to ridicule them or like go, look, they're allowing this type of person in the bathroom with me. And that's bad. And obviously you need protection from that, right? Yeah, there's an expectation of privacy in a restroom, even in a public restroom. But in Williamson County, Texas, a woman has filed a lawsuit claiming that her First Amendment rights were violated. So what happened was this woman, what is her name? Does it even say her name? Michelle Evans. She is a conservative political activist. And she went to the Texas Capitol to watch the debate over Senate Bill 14, which was legislation on gender transitioning health care. As described in her legal complaint, Evans says she saw a woman she believed to be transgender in the women's restroom and later tweeted a photo taken of the same woman in the same restroom. So Michelle did not take a photo of this trans woman, but she retweeted a photo that someone else took of this trans woman, right? So this woman, she was questioned by Texas DPS and had to surrender her phone. She says that she did not take that photo, but saw it on Facebook before posting it. Or so I guess she found a picture on Facebook and then retweeted it. She posted a tweet on Twitter. Like, so she took it from one website to another website. And she's now saying that this action is against her constitutional rights to free speech. She said, there is a looming potential legal action being taken against me, which I think is unconstitutional. And there has already been unconstitutional legal action taken against me with regard to my property being seized without cause. It's not without cause. So here's the situation. Yeah, she's being investigated under Section 21.15 of the Texas Penal Code, which relates to invasive visual recording. The subsection says that a person commits this offense if, without another person's consent and with intent to invade the privacy of the other person, the person, 1, photographs or by videotape or other electronic means, records, broadcasts, or transmits a visual image of an intimate area of another person if the other person has a reasonable expectation that the intimate area is not subject to public view. So I think that specifically has to do with nudes, or like, intimate area is one of those things that's a little bit open to interpretation, right? But photographs or by videotape or other electronic means, records, broadcasts, or transmits a visual image of another in a bathroom or a changing room. So like, regardless of whether your intimate areas are being taken, like obviously if you take a picture of someone's private parts without their permission and then you post them without their permission, like that's not legal. But exclusively and specifically, you cannot argue at all. The definition of this law says that if you take a photograph or if you videotape someone or if you by any other electronic means, if you record, broadcast, or transmit a visual image of another person in a bathroom or changing room without their consent, then that's against the law. Yeah, oh, my actions had consequences. How dare they try and hold me accountable? Right, maybe don't take fucking creep shots in the piss room, or maybe not sharing creep shots of folks in the piss room. Yeah, what a crybaby. A law professor at the University of Texas, Sanford Levinson, says she's arguing that the DA doesn't have a choice, that it would be unconstitutional for him to prosecute her. And you know, I really don't see it. She clearly violated the law. The fact that somebody else took the picture seems to be irrelevant the way that the law is written, because it seems to say that if you have a picture of somebody in a bathroom, whether you took it or not, you're not supposed to make it public. Levinson also says it's hard to say the statutes are unconstitutional, and says it's overbroad to claim that this is a violation of First Amendment rights. Like that you have the First Amendment right to violate someone's privacy. That's what the Supreme Court case just determined. You have a First Amendment protected right to discriminate against gay people. Like, you have a First Amendment right to be hateful and discriminate towards certain people. So what this woman is trying to get through the courts is like, I have a First Amendment right to violate your privacy by taking or sharing a photo of you in a bathroom. And like, here's the other reason why this case is not gonna likely succeed, is that most of us, maybe not everybody, but most of us would say that there is no strong public interest in allowing photographs of people in bathrooms. So like, one of the things that would have to be the case is like, for the judge to say, I want to overturn this law, which is what would happen, you know, if you sue because you think that the law was applied to you in a way that sucked, and you're trying to declare that the law that you broke is unconstitutional, then you have to have a judge willing to say that there is a vested public interest in taking photos in bathrooms and transmitting photos of people taken in private spaces. So I guess if you manage to find a judge who says that like, yes, well, broadcasting a photo of a trans person in a bathroom clearly is a matter of public interest, and so we're gonna strike down this law entirely. Yeah, imagine if this was applied in any other illegal situation, like if this applied to revenge porn or like child porn. Like, I didn't take this picture of a child, I'm innocent, this is free speech. Yeah, I merely disseminated the illegal photos. So this would be a terrible precedent, obviously. But this woman's excuse was, there's this overarching idea that these things don't happen and we're just afraid of a boogeyman, or it's just this idea that we conservative women, or even liberal women that I know, are concerned about men being in their private spaces. We're just shouting into a void about something that's not actually a problem. Well, it is a problem. Yeah, so she still doesn't have her phone. Like, yeah, imagine breaking the law and then bitching about it like this. I have a First Amendment right to share private photos of someone taken in a private space. Crybully guilty of being overly comfortable in their transphobia. Right, like imagine being in the culturally dominant position to be able to say, yeah, but I've decided that you don't have a right to privacy the same way that I do. You know? Like, just like to just say, I deserve a right to privacy and you not being in my space, but you don't deserve the right to privacy in a bathroom. I'm gonna take photos of you. Like, I guess, you know, it's interesting. If they were to pass a law in Texas to make trans people using the bathroom illegal, then would taking a picture of a trans person in a bathroom be like you collecting evidence to submit? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I have a First Amendment right to be absolutely fucking creepy. She thinks that people don't think there are trans women in the bathroom, but nobody's saying that. We're saying there's no problem with trans women being in the bathroom. Right, yeah, all she proved is that this trans woman used the bathroom and nothing else happened. Like, nothing else went wrong. Thank you so much, John Get Bent, for the $5 dono. I appreciate that. Thank you kindly. That's wonderful. Now we've made 105. Hell yeah. Yeah, people aren't generally saying, oh my god, there is no such thing as trans women in women's bathrooms. What we're saying is, like, when they constantly need to just, they're gonna grasp it until they die, calling trans women men and equating trans women's actions with men's actions. Or like, because men are dangerous towards cis women, that means that trans women are implicated in that, as opposed to being literally raped more often than cis women. Like, trans women have a greater lifetime reported, like, sexual assault than cisgender women do. Like, it's like 30% for trans women. 30% of trans women have a reported lifetime sexual assault, and like 20% of cisgender women have lifetime reported sexual assault. So, listen, like, you can't try to say that they are perpetrators of violence. They are literally victims of violence. But yeah, they're just gonna cling to this forever. Like, calling trans women men and being like, well, men are in our bathrooms. Like, well, you didn't take a picture of a man in a bathroom. You took a picture of a trans woman in a bathroom, first of all. But also, like, the idea that, like, that something about that is dangerous. You know, they're always just going on the idea that, like, well, I feel my fifis. I'm so worried about, like, a hypothetical penis. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm so worried. It's that they're not actually worried. Let me be clear. These people are not actually worried about their safety. They are white women pulling the same shit that white women have been pulling for the entire existence of this country. Like, you know how white women could just point at a black man and say, oh, he looked at me weird. Oh, I think he's gonna come get me. And then, like, they would just lynch him. Like, they would just lynch a black man because a white woman said that she was afraid of him. And that is literally what's happening here. They're just trying to say, like, I'm a white woman, and oh, the big scary transes are gonna hurt me. And then use that as a means of, like, getting their men. Like, Posey Parker actually actively asks men to go into women's bathrooms and be violent against trans women on her behalf. Like, they are trying to weaponize their status as, oh, little babies, to motivate the men who allegedly, like, care about the women's issues and, like, just kill people, assault people, throw people out of public spaces, like, terrorize people. Yeah, who here has actually even seen any genitalia in a bathroom ever? Even people who use urinals don't really see genitals in the bathroom unless you're trying. Yeah, in Virginia, it's fairly across the country. It's protected to not have photos of you taken in a bathroom and then made public. Like, that's a pretty normal protection that we have all across the country. And it is so weird that they're pushing this. anyway. I don't know that I have a lot else to add on that one, because it's just the same issue that we've been dealing with for, like, a year now, is white women weaponizing their status to try to, you know, cancel other people's civil rights. Like, it's not a new story. It's the same thing that's been happening the entire time this country has been a thing. You know, white women go, oh, I am a baby, I need to be protected, and then people get murdered on their behalf. So, yay! Anyway, do we have anything else that we should talk about or cover before the end of stream today? Because that's basically, like, I have so many segments to record now. I already had a lot of segments to record now. I actually took life drawing in art college, and we had nude models, and I still never saw any junk. Hey, just don't look. It's actually not that hard to not look. Look away. Like, you see bush and then avert your gaze, you know? Can you get out of my face, dude? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, get out of my face. These ones are much harder to smack, so that's kind of annoying. And it's also, like, if they're flying literally in my face, I can't really, like, smack them without clapping my chin. Want to talk about the trans woman running for Congress? Who? Whomst among us has not brought a periscope into the bathroom to peer over thine stalls? I might not talk about this in any detail today, because I already have like 5 segments to record, or to edit from today. Hidden historic bid, transgender Delaware state senator launches congressional campaign. She is succeeding fellow Democrat Lisa Blunt Rochester as the state's at-large member, launching a historic bid, first openly trans person to serve in the U.S. House. Num 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 num. Okay, so there is another Democrat who is just not running again, so she's gonna take the place running as the main Democrat in this place, I guess. She's secured some key endorsements, including from Attorney General Kathy Jennings. McBride has been considered a rising star in Delaware politics. She worked as an intern in the Obama administration, first trans person to speak at the political convention of a major party in 2016, and has worked as a national spokesperson for the Human Rights Campaign. Yeah, let's watch a little video, I guess, from PBS. PBS NewsHour.
I want to introduce...
Hey, why are you playing over there?
Introduce Sarah McBride. Sarah McBride is a courageous young leader, and
I want to hear her speak. Stop vamping.
Thank you so much, Congressman. My name is Sarah McBride, and I am a proud transgender American.
There's so much applause, she can't even speak. This is from the DNC anyway. This is from... Yeah, is this from 2016? Yeah.
4 years ago, I came out as transgender while serving as student body president in college. At the time, I was scared. I worried that my dreams and my identity were mutually exclusive.
Yeah, how are you feeling about that now, 7 years later? You're like, she's like, yeah, but now I feel so much hope. She's got a pretty good shot at winning then, taking over a blue seat in a blue state. Yeah, I mean, hypothetically, it should be relatively simple for her to get in. So then we would have literally one trans person in our federal government representing us. She's apparently buddies with Joe Biden too. Well, then she's got a pretty good chance of getting in. Or even if she doesn't get appointed, like if she doesn't... Stop. If she doesn't win her election, then she might get another... She could get another position, potentially, if we have another Democratic fucking run, but I don't know if we will. It's so hard not knowing what's gonna happen. You're like, I literally don't know if a Democrat or a Republican is gonna get into office next time, and like, it is a perilous time to not feel confident about that, you know what I mean? Stop. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking lose it. These stupid goddamn gnats. Like, there's just nothing I can do. I don't have $100 to buy one of the stupid gnat catchers that my partner bought. I'm not a fan of Sarah McBride. I met her in 2016 when I was a DNC delegate, and she's very much a centrist politician. I mean, you can't get into a position as a minority if you aren't, like, a lib and, like, a super centrist. You know, Ketanji Brown Jackson, who just got on the Supreme Court, you know, like, she is still, like, a former prosecutor, you know? Like, she's still fairly centrist or whatever, but if you tried to push anyone further than that, you wouldn't be able to get her in, which is why the system is broken. Have you ever seen them up close? Have I ever seen what up close? Would she be the first federally elected government person? Yeah, because we've had, like, Danica Roem, but Danica Roem was a state representative. Like, I don't think that we've ever had a federal senator or House of Representatives person who's trans. Like, correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I do not think that we ever have. I've never seen gnats under a microscope, no. Anyway. Maybe a girl. Yeah, I don't know if that's a legit, like, trans non-binary drag queen running for Adam Schiff's seat that he's leaving. She came in second to him in the general in 2022. So she's not the only person running. Like, she's not the only trans person running for a federal position. And Zoe Zephyr is also a trans state rep. Yeah, she's a Montana representative. So we are starting to see more local representation, but it's a matter of whether we're going to see that federal level. And what's going to happen to her? Like, what's going to happen to a trans woman who becomes, like, a federal level representative right now? Like, how long before she gets murked? For real. Like, how long before she gets murked? But, you know, all fucking power to her. Hopefully she can make it in. But, yeah, I just, like, even, like, all these little things. I'm sorry that I'm such a downer, you guys. Like, every time one of you is like, here's a little tiny bit of good news, I'm like, yeah, that's not going to make anything better, though. Like, my response to that is just going like, nope. If we did have a trans person in public office at the federal level, you would sure be hearing about it from Republicans. They don't even leave Rachel Levine alone, and she's head of the health department, the most boring department. Oh, you got to hear Zoe Zephyr speak at Trans Pride Seattle? Yeah, I heard good things about Trans Pride Seattle. I heard that there was, like, lots of people with masks. Like, wow, imagine being able to participate in queer community and, like, not worry about catching a, like, deadly disabling virus. Wow. I do a lot of Owen Wilson wows. I'm sorry that that's such a thing on this channel now. I can't help it. I can't help it. She transitioned young. Did she transition young? She's like in her early 20s in this, she's like in her early 20s in this video, and that was 7 years ago. She said she came out 4 years ago, so maybe she came out as a minor. Imagine if it's a trans woman who passes who runs for governor, they would not be talking shit. I mean, I feel like Sarah passes okay. You know, her voice is a little fish, but I mean, also I feel like you would have to know what you were listening for. Like, you would have to know what to listen for.
Since then, though, I've seen that change is possible. I witnessed history interning at the White House and helping my home state of Delaware pass protections for transgender people.
I feel like she's kind of just like an average-looking trans woman. She's just like an average-looking woman, you know? Like, she's not particularly attractive, but neither is fucking Hillary Clinton. So, you know what I mean? They had mandatory masks and also a sound-dampened tent for people who needed to avoid noise. There were people wandering around handing out masks. Hell yeah. There are clocky cis women. Literally, all it takes to make Republicans go crazy is looking at a trans person. Can you imagine MTG if she had to share the House floor with a trans person? I hope McBride has the fortitude to handle it, but if she can just get in there and do her job, even in the most milquetoast way possible, the Republicans will make themselves look like damn fools. I mean, I agree. Like, how many people in office like Marjorie Taylor Greene? Like, do you imagine that she might go like, I refuse to do my job. Like, I will not even speak. Like, I will not even speak on the same floor as this man masquerading as a woman. Like, she's gonna have to fucking have some chutzpah in order to make it through that situation. If your T is high as a cis woman, you can have voice drop, and 1 in 10 AFAB folks have PCOS, which makes T go up. Right. And plenty of women in positions like this deliberately train their voices down a little bit so that they can be taken more seriously as public speakers and all that kind of shit. So there's lots of different things that, like, I don't... Yeah, she could probably go stealth if she really wanted to. Especially if she's had FFS since then, which I bet she probably has. Chutzpah? Yeah, listen. We support the Jews here by stealing their language. I guess. So yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that we are getting some more folks in those positions of influence. That's a good thing. No matter how far I run, keep coming back to the start. Oh, oh, oh. I checked with the council. You're cool to use chutzpah. Good. Been watching too much Majority Report. I literally never watch the Majority Report. I do not know what you're talking about. Hell yeah, voice dropped from HRT and makes me not hate my voice now. Yeah, listen, my voice used to be so high. It was insane how high my voice used to be. And now it's not. Anything else fun happening on Twitter right now? Anything else fun happening on the interwebs that we can chit-chat about? Oh, whoa. The more that I see of you, I keep on breaking my heart. Oh, 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 oh. I don't watch Thought Slime anymore, by the way. Someone sent a Thought Slime video. I don't watch Thought Slime anymore. I think that they're kind of a shitty person. TBH. But that's just my humble opinion. I'm gonna be honest, I'm eepy. You ate ravioli, you just carb loaded. Of course you're eepy. I struggle to pass, but I'm hoping to run for a local seat in our electrical co-op. I want to try and build a hydrogen generator first to possibly start getting smaller power generation locally for people. That's exciting! I love that. I can't stomach TS vids anymore, they just make me feel sad. Yeah, I just am not a fan of, like, accusing a 19-year-old who just moved out of an abusive household of having a harem. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. The fun dial has been empty on the internet for a while now. Listen, we have fun here, okay? We have fun here. We are way past the significant, important part of stream, but there's still 70 people in here. We're getting there. I said earlier this summer, didn't I say that my goal before the end of the summer was to have, like, about 100 people in my streams consistently? Ideally, like, 100 people in my chill streams consistently would be great. But if we had, like, 100 people in streams consistently, that would be amazing. You know what I mean? This is the good shit. We are growing as a group, as a community. The horde is getting bigger. Curry's to offer trans employees paid leave for gender-affirming care. That's pretty cool. Yeah, not only do you have to pay for your surgery, but you also have to pay for yourself to be off work for a while. What am I gonna do when I'm recovering from surgery? It's still like gonna be years away, so maybe I don't need to worry about it too much, but I don't pass and I'm okay with that for the most part. Just wish I had more self-confidence in myself. Non-passing trans people unite! Tomorrow, not in public. I'm trying to think of things to send you, but my eyeballs want to close. Go sleep, Dizzy. Go sleep. It's time. It's time for you to cease and desist being awake. It's so warm and I need to put my hair up. I need to learn how to French braid, y'all. I really need to learn how to start putting my hair up in more interesting ways. I'm trying to get mine done next year. Luckily, I can work from my bed, so I only need to take a week or two off. Yeah, the problem for me getting surgery is that I'm also not going to be able to use one of my hands for a while. Because they're going to take a skin graft off of my arm. And it's going to be kind of fucked up for a while. There's a deep cut of the mule nonsense, and it's funny. Hang on, you're in it. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, Silent sent me a link to something about DJ Mule where I was mentioned in it. Was that what that was? She sent me a view. Oh, I'm in the thumbnail! Who was talking about me? Who was it? Who was it? I want to know. Oh my god, why is this 6 hours long? Why is it 6 hours long? What is happening? Who is this? What is this? What is going on? Hello, Bobs. Yeah, you slept during the day. Don't watch it all, but the opening few minutes is funny. Okay, I was like, what? What? I don't ever get mentioned in drama videos. This is so exciting for me. Hey, thank you, Peanut Butter Blondie. I saw that you just rejoined on Patreon, or maybe joined for the first time. Anyway, so thank you. I really appreciate that so much. That's awesome of you. Thank you for interrupting me screaming. I'm sure that my neighbors don't appreciate me going, like, screaming. It's your reaction to his Zan hit piece. I didn't even post a video about that. Like, that was a live stream. Gotta get ContraPoints to drop you again. Wait, you gotta to get her to mention me? Catching up in fame. Yeah, true. So, I streamed about Xanderhall, but I did not post a video. So they had to dig through my stream content to find that. Like, what? You're rocking out to his opening music and it's very funny. I was laughing very hard. So is this just a compilation? It's a supercut of reactions to the most ridiculous hit piece of 2022. DJ Mule's Xanderhall is not your ally. Okay, so this is just a compilation. It's not like this is someone's video essay about the thing. What do you do if you want to bind and have both breast and now shoulder pain? Even can't wear bras sometimes? I mean, depending on how small your chest is, you might be able to use trans tape. But, I don't know. Just watch the first few minutes. Okay, I'll watch the first few minutes. Okay, this is exciting. This is good stuff. I hope it's good stuff.
Some snackies, maybe play your favorite video game while you're watching this video, and we're gonna get into it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, gifted tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that, y'all. You're being so generous tonight. Thank you so much. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, we'll watch the video now.
The amount of energy needed to refute bullshit is an order of magnitude bigger than the need to produce it.
That's Merrick, I think. Xanderhall is not your ally, premiered on YouTube.
The worst, most bad faith, and most negatively responded to call-out video and hit piece of all time.
90 minutes of rambling about, God, I don't even know, just Xan bad?
It's the worst thing that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Pettiness levels, the likes of which I don't think I've seen I don't know, since the last stream. I'm going to be honest, I deal with a lot of petty people on this stream.
The more I speak in detail about DJ
Mama.
Mule's exact words, the less it will
Carrie.
become possible for me to be entirely civil.
I cannot wait to shit all over this guy.
Ugh, I can't fucking stand this dude. I cannot fucking stand this guy.
This dude is a fucking clown.
Oh no! This guy is like such a fucking soy face.
I hope this guy never has kids. Jesus Christ. This guy be a monster.
I love how I just got sandwiched in between Destiny and Vosh. What a horrible place to be. Ah! Oh no. Oh my god, do you see this? Like, this is like Destiny and then Luxander and then Vosh. Like, oh. I am the middle spoon of the worst cuddle pile I could ever imagine. That's the worst threesome, okay? That's a terrible thing that my brain just suggested an Eiffel Tower situation, and I just want you to know that I had that cursed thought before I drop it forever.
How is he saying this? How does this person sleep at night?
Please do not do this going forward. There are real things to criticize people about.
13 content creators dug deep into this hit piece.
You deserve to be made fun of. You deserve to never be taken seriously again in any of these spaces.
I am a leftist. I am very smart. LARP, LARP, LARP. LARPy, LARP, 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 LARP.
Condescending British prick, you and your handlebar mustache that sits on your face weird.
This is embarrassing. Like, this is why people don't respect you as a person or a content creator, because like because of this.
Oh, Foucault would have beat the shit out of this guy for stealing his hairdo. Oh god.
Your head has less friction than a piece of sandpaper. I don't fucking know. Your head's smooth.
This is the Wish version of Simon Whistler. I forgot that I said that! Okay, I'm one of the funniest people I know. I am easily the funniest person I have ever met. Oh no! I'm correct though. Oh no. Need to dig through the VODs and watch it now. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm glad that you didn't go to bed yet. Yes, thank you. I legit thought that dude was Simon Whistler until you said that. Oh my god. That was too funny. That was too funny.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with him?
Dude, this guy's never dated anybody before. What did you just say, idiot?
I hate liars. That's pretty much it.
What a wheezy little liar, dude. Somebody tell him he's still lying.
DJ Mule is a dishonest, lying hack, and this video has no substance of worth.
The thumb needs to say, in quotations, look at this guy got abused, Lamau.
God damn it.
Like a victim-blamey, gaslighty, Darvo bullshit fuckhole? Yeah, true. True. Oh my god.
You're just being anti-fucking Xanderhole.
I
don't even know the
appreciate
guy.
the work that went into
Holy
making
shit.
this supercut.
It's fucking wrong.
Merrick
You don't
is like
deserve
emotional.
to pat yourself on the back for this.
Yeah, Merrick gets really involved and upset about these things. Oh my god. That's supercut. Like, that is so well done.
It's like content handed on a silver platter.
And then the rest of this is just like everybody's segment, like chunked out.
let us-
I'm the first one! Wait. Or is it all pieced together? I think this whole thing is supercut together. Oh my god, I want to watch this. Like, I am gonna waste so much of my time doing this. Oh yeah, oh that's gonna be good. I scream laughed in this stream. Thank you so much. It's a supercut all the way, keep going. I can't keep going, I'm gonna scream. I need to make myself dinner. It's late at night and I need to make myself curry before it gets too late. I'm gonna make chana masala and listen to this while I'm cooking. Oh my god, that was so... I forgot that I said that he's like the Wish version of Simon Whistler. Oh no, that was really funny. Oh my god, okay. You have to at least watch the dancing part. What dancing part? Can you give me a a time stamp. Yeah, I have to cook the curry. It's gonna take some time to cook the curry too, because when you make garbanzo beans, you have to like let them cook for a while. Oh God, thank you for the. Okay, we're gonna watch whatever this little dancing section is that Dizzy's talking about. Like, I don't remember the things that I say during stream, y'all. So sometimes I'm like, oh wow, that was very funny. I can't watch Merrick very much because I mirror her emotions too much and it just sends me into a spiral, but she's so great. Yeah, Timerinia, I've never watched Merrick. I talk to her on Twitter and I follow her on Twitter a bit. I'm gonna cook and watch that after stream too. Also, that chana masala sounds delicious. Yep. Do I have onions? Yeah, I have onions. You build the flavors. You build the flavors over time. Yeah, no worries, Guarbarian. No worries. Okay, we have a time-stamped video.
This time, we're talking about Xander Hall and how he is not your ally.
Believe.
Yeah. This is
Wow,
good
wow.
stuff.
God, this video is gonna be awesome. I can already tell it's gonna be
Mentions of racism, transphobia, general bigotry.
Beautiful.
Discussions of relationship abuse, homelessness.
Oh, we covered over past you with now you. Oh, okay, I gotta make it smaller. I gotta make it small. Is it even possible for me to make this small enough to work? Hold on. Is there a way for me to make this small enough for you to see it?
This.
I guess I can just kind of like do this. Yeah, I can do this. That'll make it possible for you to see it. Okay.
Time, we're talking about Xander Hall and how he is not your ally.
Believe.
Yeah, I don't remember this. Anyway, oh my God. I just have such mad appreciation for this person supercutting this together. That's incredible. The headbanging, like, True. Dude somehow found a way to mention every trigger ever so he could flash that big list on screen. Yeah, the headbanging made me laugh so hard. I was memeing on this day, for sure. I was memeing hard during that stream. Bro, that's a fucking hilarious segment. I can't believe I never uploaded that to the channel. I guess I don't usually cover streamer drama, so it would have been a little bit weird on the channel. But yeah, thank you so much, Dizzy, for this. That's amazing. What a great way to end this stream tonight. Fantastic. Just fan-fucking-tastic. Is memeing a verb? Yeah, now it is. I was memeing hard. I was memeing. I wasn't being serious. I was just memeing. I also see some people say, do you want to come over for a meme and cream instead of Netflix and chill? You know? Like, anyway, that's a horrible thing that the internet introduced me to. Anyway, yeah, so later, trans girl Jade, have a good night. Yeah, so it's hot, and I need to, thank you for the compliments on my haircut. I just shaved it. It's fucking beautiful. So I'm gonna get out of here and chill and make dinner, and we had a nice productive stream tonight. If you're not in the Discord and you want to be, join the Discord. You know, follow me on social medias or whatever if you feel like it, I guess. And I'll see you all on Thursday at 5 p.m. Central. As far as I know, I don't have anything going on this week, so I will see you then. And until then, be good. Or at least don't get caught. Lamau. All right, bye.